The Leaving Today podcast, the show about the news, history, and attractions of the Disneyland Resort.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
But where are we going?
To Neverland.
Neverland.
Hello. Welcome to the Leaving Today podcast, episode number 152. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, this afternoon, this evening. Whenever you are, we definitely appreciate it. We hope that the show finds you having a good day. We hope we can add some value and some entertainment to your daily listening, whatever. That's what we try to do. My name is Mark, one of the co-hosts here. Sitting to the left of me is the game changer herself, Jess.
Hit it and quit it.
Hello. Sitting to the right of me is the trail master of puppets himself, Udi.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Hey, if this is your first time tuning into the show or downloading the show, welcome. We hope we will find the water to be very, very warm here. If you are a repeat listener, that is a repeat offender, welcome home. Glad to have you back. Today's show is brought to you by you guys, the listeners. You folks out there, you supporters of Patreon, thank you so much. If you'd like to join our crew here, the LTP family, you can do that on leavingtodaypodcast.com. Click on the Patreon link and make it super simple, $1, $3, or $5. It could be a one-time payment or a recurring payment. Or you can also support us by going to TeePublic and searching for Leaving Today Podcast. All of that is on our webpage, also on Instagram as well. We have a link tree on there. So tonight's episode is very special because we have a really cool guest on. Keri from Castle Life Creations is going to be on tonight to talk about her Etsy shop, Disney-inspired apparel. And we know you're going to enjoy talking to her or listening to her as we kind of get to know more about her and her shop. So we do encourage you to check out her stuff as well. So before that, we have the news and we have the opening question. And then maybe the randomizer might show up. Who knows? I'm thinking it might. But tonight, let's see, was that it? Anything else we have to get off our chest? All right.
We're good.
Cool. Mm-hmm. All right. So one of our listeners sent in a question the other day, and we encourage everyone to do that. If you want us to ask us something and talk about it, send us an email or DM us or something. So his question is this: if Walt were alive today, how would he have handled the pandemic? Would he have shut the park down? If forced, what would he have done during that time? Yeah. Okay. That is a question. I'm sorry, my tone was a little off on that. It sounded like there was more on that, but there wasn't. So the question is, if Walt were alive today, how would he have handled the pandemic, and would he have shut the park down? And if he was forced to shut it down, what would he have done during that time? That is the question. Jess, go first.
No. One.
No, he would not have.
Absolutely frozen not.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah, is that better? No, he wouldn't have shut the park down unless he was forced to. And if he was forced to, I feel like he would have used his time more wisely.
Mm-hmm.
Updating Tomorrowland. Updating any attraction. Updating all attractions, even if it is the smallest thing. If it's, repainting the queue. If it's, replacing trash cans. If it's, they did keep up with the gardening because they're plants. You have to. But I feel like he would have put a lot more work in. I feel like he would have utilized his time a lot more wisely than what they did.
Okay.
So Frozen, no, he wouldn't have closed it.
Frozen, no, he would
He
not.
wouldn't have closed it.
Well, I will agree with Jess in the fact that he would not have wanted to. I think he would have fought tooth and nail to keep it open. But Walt was also a guy who wanted to take care of people. So I think there would have been that whole struggle. What do I do? But I also agree with Jess. I know this is kind of weird. I feel
Shocker.
I feel awkward about it, but he would have. I fully believe he would have taken advantage of, like, okay, how do I make this a positive? And he would have done that. I bet you any big project he would have done, he would have figured it out. Talk to the right people, make do whatever you have to do money wise, done what he had to do to make it better. So if he would have had a attraction idea or an improvement or whatever, or a plussing idea, you bet he would have been like, hey, because he would have thought, I think, maybe this is me being, biased towards my own opinion, but I think he would have felt more like what I did and what we did. Was why wouldn't you take advantage of it? Like make lemonade out of lemons and improve, the one thing, like, with the park being operating, we want to redo this big fab or refurb, but, go down, we have scrim, we have all these things. Hey, we can just work, and we can work overtime and get it done and be prepared. I think he would have done that. The man was a visionary. He would have looked at it and been like, okay, we need to do X, Y, Z, because when we can reopen the park, then we can reopen it with a bang. The park did not open with a bang or anything. It was kind of like, hey, we're open now. Oh, okay. They could have done, and I really feel like he would have made a big, big deal out of it. So yeah, that's
Yeah, I mean, I can add to that. I think he would not have wanted to close down, but I think he would have been forced to, as most places were. But I think he would have, like I said, what they're saying is making like lemonade out of lemons. You would have had projects done. You would have had all this stuff going on in Northern Square taken care of if that's what you wanted to do.
You would have done it.
Yeah, you would have had Adventures Campus. Well, actually, you probably wouldn't even have Adventures Campus if Walt were here. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, Tomorrowland would be, those subs would be up and running right now. All of that stuff would have been taken care of. So yeah, and like the park would have been ready to go at moment's notice if everything would have been kept up. I think that's how that would be. I think he would have pushed a lot more content out on, Disney Plus for people that can't go to the park. Maybe some more Disneyland specials or some movie stuff. I don't know what they don't have on there now, but I think he would have done that. But like I said, they probably would have been forced to. But I think he definitely would have fought for it and probably made a case for something. At least. How Knott's Berry Farm was kind of opened up because they were like a museum or something like that. So there was some weird justification or classification that he probably could have used. But anyways, very good question. Thank you, Seth, for bringing that in. I like that sort of stuff. So yeah, again, anytime listeners, you want to talk about that, anything you want to submit, go ahead and do it. All right. Let's go to the news.
You listen to me now. You are talking about things that you do not understand.
All right. So our first news item, you know what? It's never a dull moment in the world of Disney. I mean, geez, it is changing every day. Sometimes midday, there's a shift. So the first news item we're going to talk about today just happened yesterday. So Disneyland has now decided they're going to give Tarzan's Treehouse a new theme. Disneyland will reimagine Tarzan's Treehouse in Adventureland with a new theme and backstory, according to Disney officials. Tarzan will soon be swinging out of his treehouse at Disneyland to make room for a rethemed attraction that will see a new Disney character move into the 80-foot tall the 80-foot tall man-made tree in Adventureland. Okay. So that's really all that it is. There are reports from sites like Mice Chat are saying a possible overlay could be themed to Disney's Encanto.
Yep.
So other people are saying it could be for the Swiss Family Robinson because there's something on Disney Plus coming out for that. So that's what we've got going on right now. I actually asked some people on Instagram about this. We had a question about it. It's going to be themed, and what are their thoughts? So someone, let me see, Nest32815 said, I'd be happy when they put an elevator in that damn tree. That's what she wants. Gare Bear said,
my God.
Gare Bear said, kind of sad. The Tarzan theme fits well, but excited for what's next. Way to be optimistic.
Yeah.
Walt, as he said, what's the re-theme? And also, it's probably about time. Okay. Tarhelim said, okay. Kyle's SF School said, I'm mostly just bummed out that they're removing that bridge. My kids love that part. Pinksophone said, saw talk of Encanto theme, which if they do Antonio's room could be an easy overlay.
That's an easy overlay for sure.
Fernando said, well, I need Lightning Lane to see it. And then just Josh said, bring back Swiss Family Robinson, which they might. We don't know.
Mark, you're fooling yourself.
I am. I know. My mom said, fits the theme. Probably she said Jungle Book. And they're not putting Jungle Book in there, Mom. And then she said there's some pros and cons to an update, but what else could it be? Okay. Yeah, it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be Swiss Family Robinson. I think it's going to be Encanto, probably. But what are your thoughts on that?
Well, being that I am not a fan of Encanto, I have yet to finish it. Here is always my. I won't go with gripe. My thought is, Encanto has been out for how long?
I have
Not even a year.
A year, okay.
A excitement or a love for a new IP can fade. I feel like if they're gonna do Encanto, too soon. Way too soon. Tarzan, even though may not be the biggest IP, at some point you're like, hey, it's been around, and a lot of people know it. Not just from the Walt Disney version of Tarzan, but Tarzan in general. I think more people could connect to that, to Encanto, because you have plenty of people like me who like Encanto, like, And how many people are going to be like, hey, have you seen Encanto? And they're going to be like, nope. So, I always feel like if you're trying to push an IP, okay, but be smart about it, especially when you're doing a big overlay for a part of the park. They're going to try to always evolve the park. We know that. But do it better. I would go back to, again, something that can hold longer time. Encanto, brand new story, fine, good. Not for me, okay, I get that. But when you're trying to talk to a bigger audience, why wouldn't you do Swiss Family Robinson again?
Because kids don't know
what
that is.
Yeah, but you're also talking about a microcosm. Like you could always go to a microcosm,
which is
that means not that many people. I think more people. If you go to a classic like Swiss Family Robinson, that story has been told over in different iterations over time. Lost in Space, basically the same thing. Same thing.
Hootie, there are more people that are going to tell you that they know what Encanto is.
I know, I get that.
Swiss
I get
Family.
that. But for how long?
Longer than the people that know what Swiss Family is, because they're going to die.
No, they're going to do like a reboot of that on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Okay,
it's not going to pull kids.
Again, my whole
kids.
no, I am, and my whole point is though a kid can also have his favorite toy go from his favorite toy to one he forgot in a day. Frozen, okay, as much as I hate that F word, it holds more. You think about how many movies that are out that haven't held over time. A ton of them. Okay, one of my personal favorites, Tangled. I love that movie. I know, and I just literally watched it yesterday. My point is that you're not going to see a huge representation of the park because it doesn't. People can forget that. The ones that grab people and hold them for a long time, Encanto isn't it. It just isn't. You're going to look at like
No,
Lin-Manuel.
it's not. I agree with that.
So why would you then retheme a classic with something that in 2 years people may have forgotten? That's my point.
Because
It's a flash in the pan. Is
It'll be
my
part
point.
2.
no, because regardless. Okay, let's flip the script. Look at it this way. How many? And I'm not saying it's over half. How many people, adults or kids, have gone up into that treehouse since it's been Tarzan's treehouse and actually known or appreciated what I'm not talking about you, appreciated what it was?
I don't know.
I guarantee you 7 out of 10 that go up into that treehouse is just to get their kids to get up there and get around and run out their energy.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a cool
You know what?
treehouse,
It's
yeah.
a cool treehouse.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what the storyline is.
Right.
Climb up, be free, run across the rope bridge, go bang on the pots and pans, see the jaguar, do your thing. All right, let's go eat. Like, I feel like it's such an iconic piece for us as the older generations. But I feel like when it was replaced with Tarzan, it lost its umph. It just became something to go do. Something for your, like Tom Sawyer's Island. If it was still Tom Sawyer's Island and not Pirate's Lair, how many people would still take their children over there to let them just run? And I feel like that's what it is. So regardless of what they turn it into, I feel like it wouldn't matter. They could turn it into the tree house from Jungle Cruise with The Rock. Like, I feel
That
like
would be better.
I understand, but I feel like it wouldn't matter. I feel like parents are still going to utilize it. I need to drink wine more often when we do
Yes.
this. I feel like I'm getting in deep. I feel like parents would still utilize it as a plaything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that's going to be appreciated by older generations. I feel like it's just go, be free. Go ahead, go run up. I'm going to stand down here because I know that there's only one way for you to get down. So you go ahead.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's how I feel. And Encanto wouldn't be a bad thing. I feel like if they make it Antonio's room, it could be pretty cool.
Does that fit the theme of being in a jungle?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I haven't
mean,
seen it,
you
so I don't
haven't?
know.
His gift that he receives is him being able to talk to animals.
Oh, okay.
We can't understand what the animals are saying in the movie, but he does. And so when he opens his door, his room is like an entire rainforest. Like jaguars, toucans, I mean, any animal you can think of that's in the rainforest, they're in his room. And I think that it would be very fitting.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know me, I will throw my feet down and I will drag my heels if I don't think that it would work. But this would work.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, I'm open for that.
it would work.
Yeah, I can see what that's all about. I just want it back, something.
I don't like looking at the walls.
No.
Yeah, Scrim is ugly.
Yeah, Scrim is ugly. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Next news item. Oh, yeah, I threw this in there because I thought it was funny. The Kardashians cut line at Disneyland, shut down popular attraction while guests angrily watch. If there's one thing that guests should never do while they're at a Disney park, or really any theme park for that matter, is cut in line. At Walt Disney World Resort and Disneyland Resort, many guests will often wait hours for attractions, which is quite a sacrifice to do, especially after paying for a park ticket and spending a chunk of your day waiting in line. At Disneyland, of course, guests can use Lightning Lane, boo, and Disney Genie Plus, boo, to skip the line. But when they do, they must pay for the service and will use a separate queue to enter. Recently, it seemed that the Kardashians may have skipped the line at Disneyland, and when guests noticed, they were infuriated. A recent TikTok shared both Kim Kardashian and Khloe Kardashian skipping the line for Mad Tea Party at Disneyland. Not only did they skip the line, but they also made the other guests wait so they could ride alone. Many guests were quite upset that their experience had to be put on pause so that the celebrities and Hulu reality stars could have some priority. Yeah. Right.
Garbage.
I'm not even. I talked about the treehouse. This is all you.
Why does Disney allow this crap to happen?
I don't know.
Why?
Okay.
Because they pay for it.
No.
They're
Okay.
not
No.
paying for this.
No. Okay. Here is the reality of it.
Okay.
I heard other people's point of view, and I disagreed. There is a YouTuber that I watch fairly regularly, and he covered the story.
Okay.
And he started giving his rationale, like, okay, I get why they did it, blah, blah. And he cited security. And I'm sitting here, and I'm like, no, I don't care. It doesn't matter. The Kardashians, you should not, and I don't think Walt would have been fine with that. Walt walked with the people. He walked into the park, and did he go like, oh, you can't? No. I don't care for actors or whatever. I am not starstruck by a celebrity.
No.
I don't care.
No.
So I don't agree with security.
Yeah.
No, it's garbage, and Disney should not allow it
No, not at all.
They should.
at all. So I read that and I kind of put my head down. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
For anybody, the Kardashians, and then you know what I automatically went to?
What?
We ran across Natalie Portman. Hey, Natalie.
You did?
We did,
Right
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Hey, Natalie, what's going on? And the only guy got mad because he thought we were going to take a picture. No, we weren't, buddy.
No, you just
Calm
wanted
your-
to say hi.
Yeah, like, hey, we didn't even say hi. We're just kind of like, oh, look, Natalie Portman.
Who is she?
Natalie Portman?
Padme?
Who?
Padme?
Who?
Oh.
I'm sorry, it's my dryer. It's a new one, makes sounds.
Natalie Portman
The
played
name sounds familiar.
Queen Amidala in the Star Wars.
You know
Hated-
Natalie
hated
Portman?
white face.
You would, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
But she is in a lot of other things.
Yeah.
It's no. I don't know her from Star Wars.
No, but anyway, but that is what I'm saying.
V for Vendetta,
They
right?
didn't.
One of
Yeah.
my favorite movies.
Yeah. So her.
I love that movie.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I call BS. No, Disney, don't allow it. Like, if you're like, hey, if you're gonna come to the park, we will give you a plaid. We'll give you a little bit extra. But no, we are not going to affect the other people.
Yep.
So no, garbage. 1 billion% garbage. No, should not have happened. Negative.
Jess, what would you have done if they had done that?
I
if you were
literally,
like a ride operator?
I know what I would have done. I would have walked in
If
there like,
I was a
I'm
ride
leaving.
operator, I would have had no choice.
They weren't with a plaid, were they? They just kind of did that.
No, they were with the plaid.
They are going to be with a
They were
plaid.
with the plaid.
Oh, okay.
They're going to
Plaid.
be with a plaid.
So like the plaid would tell you how it's going to be.
Yeah, they want to ride alone. Just like dipshit. I'm sorry.
Oh, just like
Yes.
Christian Bale.
Yes. Wanted his own boat.
Okay.
He had to have it. Had to give it to him.
Okay. Great.
So there's nothing we can do. We're
No.
paid hourly. Like, what are you going to do? Tell him no? You can get fired.
You get fired.
Not worth it.
Again, Disney should not allow it. If you, come down with the common folk. Come down with the common folk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Enough of those clowns. The next news item is the March crime report, and again, this is always a good time. 25 calls were at the Disneyland resort in the month of March. I was there for 2 of those days, but I was not involved in petty theft. That's what it says. So let's go. We had narcotics citation issued, petty theft both on the 3rd. The 4th had narcotics and assault and battery on the 4th. Perfect. Excellent. And then March 5th, we had assault and battery. Again, report taken. March 7th had grand theft and narcotics. Great. March 8th had identity theft. March 9th, I was there that day. Petty theft. That was not me.
Are you sure?
I was going to say, are you sure?
Yeah. Narcotics, again, for March 12th.
Dude, man, leave your pot at home.
I don't know what's going on.
Literally.
Yeah.
Leave your pot at home.
You think that's what that is? No.
Nah, it could be. It was probably pills, but hey.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I just like getting on the stoners.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that the majority of this is narcotics and petty theft,
Absolutely.
and then grand theft on the 16th. Oh, wait a minute. The 20th. This could be Udi disturbing the peace.
I am a happy guy
No,
as
it's
a
not.
rule.
Yeah. At 1:27 p.m. So he must have been. I'm assuming it's a he. Was probably pissed off about something.
Why's it got to be a he?
It doesn't. I'm just assuming it was.
Okay, Mark, get into the 22nd
Okay.
Right,
first century, whatever the
Yeah.
hell
Okay.
we're in.
Sure.
Such crap.
Let's see. What is the only thing that's different was the 29th. It was trespassing, a citation issued. And that was 7:13. So that's interesting. Not after the hour. That park was closed. So I think that's always funny. But I'm detecting a lot of people are stealing and a lot of people are on drugs. Right? That's what we have going on.
I mean, looking at it there, the way I look at it, looking at it as a whole,
yeah.
people are on drugs, stealing, and getting drunk.
Oh yeah. That could be what disturbing the peace is. Unruly. Yeah.
Like, know your limits, people.
Know your limits.
Yeah.
Hey, next news item. Marvel characters meet at Avengers campus without distancing for the first time.
Good.
Good. Yes, as Udi said.
Good.
Gouda?
Gouda
My
cheese.
favorite cheese.
Is it?
Smoke
No.
Gouda.
No, goat's my favorite.
No, you're crazy.
I love goat cheese. It's so
Smoke Gouda.
freaking good, Mark.
Where do you sit on Velveeta? Good? Bad?
Oh my
Velveeta,
god.
like
I'm
the mac and
Yeah,
cheese.
it belongs in the garbage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Just
Or
joking.
you can give it to the raccoons.
The
I mean,
raccoons?
I don't even know if they're worthy of it.
Not worthy of
No.
it.
Yeah, no. It's,
Okay, well, yeah. So I mean, so now you can go and hug your characters, and this is the first time they're able to do this at Adventures Campus.
Yep.
Great. It's about time. Long overdue.
Way overdue.
We will talk about. I want to talk about Adventures Campus sometime. We'll do a show on that. I just not now, but
Yeah, we have a show idea for it, and we will get to it.
yes, we will.
Yep.
Before we get into the last news item about Reedy Creek, something else that come down the pipe yesterday that I want to talk about real quick. And I don't know what's going on with this. I'm shocked with a capital S. Disneyland Resort will not allow the renewal of the Dream and Believe Magic Key passes. So, what does that tell you? What does that suggest to you guys? Let's talk about this.
everybody's going to pay $400 for a single day, single park ticket.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. We have May 1st. We've got no restrictions on capacity. I mean, they're going to open everything back up to maximum capacity.
No reservations?
No, I have not heard that yet, but I have.
That's the day I'm waiting for.
But they are not allowing you to renew the Magic Pass. So the Magic Key.
Because they're trash.
Is that what you think?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah. No,
They're trash.
I agree, and
Okay.
I am of the mind that is why you and I held. We're like, okay. We took the Magic Key as like, okay, we have a sign that we're beginning to return to normal operation, but they were kind of bad. Our initial like, hey, not too bad, and then we kind of really gave it a hard look and went, no,
Right.
maybe not.
We did a special episode on the Magic Keys
Right.
because we broke down all four of them and did a good time, and we were very excited. But then upon hindsight, we're thinking, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Not everything that glitters is gold. with this.
Yeah. Once the excitement and the sheen kind of rubbed off of
Yeah.
it, they're kind of like, okay, no. So my mind tells me that, like Jess said, they're really not that good.
They're not.
And-
they're
and-
good, but they're not.
Yeah, they know. So I guess opinions can vary. There are two ways you can really look at it. Okay, one being that they recognize like, okay, these are not that good, so we need to make our adjustments and correct.
And continue on. Yeah.
And I would hope that is what they're doing. The other way, the more dark or nefarious way, would be like they're going to get rid of them and no more. Period.
That's what I was thinking. I think
More-
we're not going to have
No more APs.
I don't think we're gonna have passes. That's what when I said $400, I was being facetious, but I feel like
I will.
I feel like they think that they're in such a high demand.
They're
at
not.
No.
They're not. No. We'll,
Can I finish?
yeah,
Here we go. Here we go.
Can I finish?
Get your popcorn, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they are in such a high demand because they do reservations. I feel like their heads may be getting too big because they think that everybody is trying to get in and that they're selling out, whether it be for food and wine. Oh, I should have worn that one tonight. Or whether it be, getting in for Electrical Light Parade, World of Color, Fantasmic's coming back. People are booking out. They see that their days are getting booked out. Why offer it to people who are paying $39 a month or paying, whatever, when people will pay $300 for 2 days? Well, if we pull these passes, these people that had these passes are still going to come back. And I feel like that's where their head is at, regardless if they really are that much in demand at this time. I feel like you have to look at the mentality of the corporation with the people that are operating it right now. I'm trying to think of the word that I want to use. They are on their high horse. And they feel like anybody and everybody wants to be there. That they think that, and bleep it out, they think they're the truth. I just feel like, I think that that's where they're going. I think they're going to pull the passes, and I don't think they're going to give us some, even if it's just for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going to say, boom, you can't renew these, they're done. Here's something else. I feel like they're going to say, these are done. Buy your ticket at normal price. Come on in. And I hope I'm wrong. And I've been wrong many times when it comes to our show. But with the way that the corporation, not the park itself, is going, I think that this is the road that we're about to go down.
Interesting take. You make some valid points with that. But we knew, or at least we sort of predicted that 2022 was going to be like an experimental year for what they were doing. And we had mentioned that, thinking we're going to hold off to see what they do because we think the AP program may look a little bit different at the end of this year. And it's looking that that's what it's going to be. No, I do agree with you that Disney is riding pretty high right now. And they're thinking, we're going to do whatever we want to do. These guests are going to come. And to some point, they're right. But I still think there's a lot of value in for Disney to have these annual pass holders there, and maybe they're stopping to do some retooling. We might see another pass show up. We might see, as you mentioned, a break for the summer or whenever, and then come back in the fall with a whole new program.
Or next year. Because are they still selling any of the passes right now?
I don't know. Some of them are sold out. I don't know.
All of them except, I think, mine, the Enchant.
And part of the SoCal one's available, right?
Yeah,
the
but
Believe,
it's like
or
maybe when they call that one off, that'll be like, okay, like, but it's such a sticky situation.
Yep.
If the park decided to drop them, because you have an entire year to start your pass. Like my Enchant, the day that I got it, I had a year.
Yeah.
To start it, and that's when my year would start.
Yep.
I'm using quotations for you guys who cannot see me. So, I could have held on to it for an entire year.
Yep.
And then the last day before I bought it, the day before I bought it, started, and I have an entire year to use it.
Right.
It doesn't start when you buy it like it used to.
Right. So they're not going to all end at the same time. They're going to end.
That's exactly, that's my thing. It's like, okay, so you're going to get rid of reservations, but people still have the pass. Do you have to use a reservation, or you know what I mean? Like they're gonna have their hands full.
They are,
depending on how they go about this.
Udi's chomping at the bit.
I'm done with my.
Okay, well, there is a part of me that does believe that is a big possibility. But here is where I go. Overall, if Disney is really writing that, they have drastically missed the mark. Okay, I don't believe that they really feel that secure. My opinion. While again, I'm not discounting your point of view. I feel like it is almost the polar opposite. I feel like they're looking at it going, you know what? And this will tie in with the last story, and I think that plays, okay? The overall reaction right now that Disney is getting is not positive. Okay? It is not positive. So, while there is a big possibility that they will go that way and go the way and try to make the AP program as an entirety go the way of the dodo, I don't think that in the long term that strategy will work. Are they above trying it? Nope. Nope, not at all. And that is wrong. Again, rewarding people for being loyal is a good business model. How many people will go over and over and over to a different... why do you think there are so many reward programs out there?
Yes.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, everybody's got a reward program because, again, you're trying to get people brand loyal.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Disney's huge on brand loyalty. But my point is that there's only so far that will go. So you take away, you remove things that make it easier to have access to what you want. You think people are going to be happy about that? No, quite the opposite. They're going to be pissed. You cannot take something from that people love away from them or make it more difficult to go in and expect them to be like, just take it.
Right.
We are far beyond people just taking it, I think, anymore as a whole.
Oh, yeah.
With what the entirety of our country and the world has been going on over the last 2 years, we're over it. We're over it. And now if you bring that in, like, well, we got to make it. No. So I feel that they're looking at it going, okay. And the other aspect is those were done with limited capacity or not full capacity. I think the fact that they can return now to full capacity will play into it. If Disney is smart, which right now they don't look to be.
Yeah, they don't. You're right.
They don't look to be.
They would be looking at the program and pausing this, recognizing, as we have said, they aren't that good, and now retooling to bring a better product to the market. You want more? Then you better make a better product. You want more people to sign up for a pass? Make it a better pass.
Yeah, I agree. No, of course.
So I hope that they went, okay, these we're going to let them sunset away because they got us through this hump, and now we're going to bring back and then be able to pull more people into that program and make it better. I hope. I really, 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 really hope.
Yep.
That is what they're going to do.
Me too.
And now I'm even more happy not to get on anybody who has a magic key, but I'm really glad that, Mark, that you and we held.
Yeah, me too.
I'm really glad at this moment that we held.
Yeah.
Yep. Even though I do wish I had an annual pass of some sort. I mean,
If I would have had the one from before,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you give me that old program, all
Yeah.
over that. Yeah.
for sure. So we shall see how that goes. Very good points on both sides there. Okay. Last item here is we got to talk about just this Reedy Creek business in Florida. So a bill has been set to kind of dissolve Reedy Creek Improvement District passes, and really, a lot of people are kind of confused as to what this is, and so this Reedy Creek Improvement District, they call it the RCID. It's just a district that was started in 1967. And it is basically allows Disney to act as a unit of local government created for a special purpose as opposed to a general purpose, which has jurisdiction to operate within a limited geographic boundary. I'm reading this. I'm not off my head because it sounds stupid, right? And it's created by a general law, special act, and local ordinance by rule of the governor and cabinet. Essentially, the RCID acts as a governing body for the 25,000 acres in Orange and I don't even know what this county's called. Osceola counties, I guess. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Where Walt Disney World sits. So really what this is, it allows Disney to act as a corporation to run this whole area. A couple of businesses are in that mix too, but they handle the utilities, they pave the roads, they pay their own taxes out there, or reduce taxes. But for that, it allows them to basically do whatever they want to do. Mm-hmm. You want to build this, go ahead and do it. We don't care. So a good way to look at it is the opposite here in Anaheim. If Disneyland wants to use a 500 square foot parking lot for a themed restaurant, they have to have an act of God to even get that. Mm-hmm. They got to pass all these ridiculous things. They got to grease the palms of somebody to get this going. But not in Florida. It's like we're gonna add this roller coaster here. Sure, okay, cool. We're gonna build a skyway that's gonna link 6 resorts. Yep, let's go ahead and do that. And by the way, we do still have a people mover out there. Oh, great. We don't have any of that crap here. Mm-hmm. So what's going on? Is this like a political? I think, what's going on in Florida is it's a political move, clearly, and I think they're just I think the state of Florida is kind of flexing the muscles a little bit with this, because this isn't the first time this has come up. This happened long before DeSantis was governor, that people say, yeah, we're giving Disney a little bit too much leeway out there. But now it's rearing its head because of this, quote unquote ugly bill that's been passed. And it's kind of pissing me off a little bit, but it just goes to show you that I think Disney's kind of on a slippery slope here. And this is going to sit in court for a little bit. So it's not going to happen like tomorrow, but it's in the background, and it's like, this can happen if you guys don't start playing ball. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Udi?
Well, I made the comment. Going off of our last show that Disney and any corporation, really, it would behoove them to remove themselves from anything like this, or anything political, anything. Make your contributions to, if you want to, because you're trying to improve your company. You're going to try to grease the palm of a politician to get what you want, to make it more favorable.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What Disney did, and which, again, we can go back, if you haven't listened to our previous episode, we were talking about this very specific topic. What Disney did is they stepped into the landmine, the field of landmines. Mm-hmm. They did, and we were imploring, stop, because you're going to create things that you may not have thought of. Right here is the biggest example that can come up. You, Disney, as a corporation, you were granted special privilege and access. Rightly so, because you have created a huge economy,
right? Jobs,
taxes, all those kind of things in that area, which benefit not only the government of Florida, but the people. Good, great. But then when you walk into that political quagmire, which, if you look at polling, 70-some-odd% of the people agree with what you're trying to say. You're walking into an area that I am telling you, you're not equipped to play in. You're not ready to play that. So then you have a government official telling you, you know what? I don't care. I don't care what you think you have. I don't care what power you think you have. End of the day, I know what I have, and now I can make your life difficult. Any and every corporation, I'm telling you right now, get out of the game. Get out of the game of this garbage. You're not going to win. This doesn't help anybody. So I will reiterate what I said last time, our last episode. Disney, get out. Do not play this game. Right here, you have now made your a huge park. Now you have no idea what you open as far as Pandora's box, because now the government can come in and be like, hey, you know that over there? That isn't correct. We'll shut you down here. Hey, that over there? And by the way, oh, look at that right here. You didn't pay proper taxing on that. Now you got to pay. You cannot imagine if the government, to me, is one of the most oppressive things that come down on people. You give them now an excuse to come look at your books when you had it carte blanche. They gave you the open door, like, do what you want and we won't look. But yet you had to now open your mouth.
Yep.
Idiot. Idiot move. Idiot move. And you know what? And I made it, and I said this in our text.
Yeah.
In our text thread. This could mark the end for Chapek.
Yeah.
This move right here could mark the end for Bob Chapek sooner than I thought would have been what I would have planned on. Because this has the potential to be a huge liability for Disney Corporation. Their stock, from what I've read, is over the last
dropping.
is over the last 6 months has dropped anywhere from 15 to 20 points.
Here's a quick pro tip: buy Disney stock.
But
Then now's the time to do it.
Yeah, let it drop.
Actually, give it a little more.
Yeah, no, give it a little more. So my point is, at the end of the day, and I've said it over and over and over and over again, Disney is a corporation. Their A1 drive is going to be money. And now, with this passed. It passed by 23-16 vote, I believe.
Yeah, sounds about right.
They have as far as I know, they can try to appeal it or whatever, but they have no legal standing. None to argue it or fight it. They will, I'm sure the lawyers and Bob Chapek got into his whatever lawyer firms that he has at the call of, at the push of a button to get going on it. End of the day, they have nothing to stand on. They were granted special privilege. And this is when I get mad, because these are the things that soil the legacy. These are the stupid things that soil the legacy. So I will say it again. Get out of the game.
Yeah.
Do not play the game. Disney, go back to where we were 10 years ago. Give us 10 years and we will be fine.
Yes.
You will recoup. People will come back to your brand and they will love you for it. But when you do this and you play this game to a minority of people,
That's their problem.
this is what happens.
So it happens.
This is what happens. So get out, Disney. Get out now. I'm telling you, man. Pull the parachute, pull the ripcord, get out of it.
Get out.
And return. And people will take you back quite quickly because we still love our Disney.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well said, Udi. Passionate.
Thank you.
Passionate words.
I just got frustrated with this because
Yes.
I knew this was coming.
Yep.
I could see it coming. I am not a political.
What?
I'm not a
I was
political.
going to say you're a what?
I'm not a political analyst.
Oh,
But
okay.
I-
there was more to it. Okay,
Yes, okay.
okay. We're
But-
marking our own.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, but
I'm not political.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, right.
Bull honky.
Yeah.
And Jess is not drunk.
Yeah.
No.
It's okay.
But my point being that even I can see that and go like, no. I think of that meme. No. Like, no, don't.
I know. I agree.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous what they did.
Dumb.
Okay. All right. Well,
Let them shoot themselves in the foot. They'll recover.
I would.
I hope.
No, they'll recover.
I would continue this story more, but randomizer showed up.
Oh.
So that.
Oh man, I was on a roll, randomizer.
Did you have more to say?
No.
Okay.
He's cut off.
He's cut off. Yes. Okay, randomizer, and this is because Jess requested it, but she could request it, and it could have been denied, but it wasn't denied. It just showed up.
That's right.
So she'll get what she asked for this. So we get
Oh shoot.
we get to keep one, we get to improve one with details, and we get to remove one. Here we go.
I already have my answer. Getting rid of number 2, keeping number 3, and fixing number 1.
Well, maybe. Number 1 was Pinocchio's Daring Journey,
Fixing.
Casey Jr. Circus Train,
Oh no!
and 3 is Incredicoaster.
Oh.
What did I say? I was getting rid of number.
You want me to do it again? The randomizer?
No, I
Okay.
think I'm just trying to remember what I said. I said getting rid of number 2,
Yeah.
keeping number 3, and changing number 1. I changed my mind.
Okay. You want to go first, or Udi's usually quick at this?
I can do it.
Oh, okay.
Was Pinocchio,
Yes.
Casey Jr., and Credicoaster.
Yes.
I understand. I'm thinking, which is why my head is away from the mic.
Okay.
And Credicoaster gone.
What?
Gone.
This-
Gone.
Just
All right.
You mean
enough of the sauce from you?
you mean just demolish? So you want dirt there?
Give me the bulldozer. I'll do it.
I'd rather go with the Acme
I'm
plunger.
not saying it is a bad attraction. But if you're going to make me pick, you have to understand that the other 2 are from my land. So I am going to side with them.
Protect those two. Okay.
Abso-freaking-lutely. Now, but the question is, which one am I going to keep and which one am I going to change?
Sophie's choice here. Jess doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, absolutely I do.
Okay.
Terrible movie. I'm fixing Pinocchio and leaving Casey Jr. the way it is.
How?
How are you gonna fix Casey? How are you gonna fix Pinocchio?
A little paint, that's all you need.
No, it gotta be more than that.
No. Randomizer demands more.
What else do I
It
How would
does.
you improve it?
need? I would.
You can't say paint it.
Well, I was being facetious,
Okay.
but I would paint it. I would upgrade the house lighting. I would upgrade the animatronics, and I would upgrade the Pleasure Island room because I feel like that room could be so much more and so much scarier.
They don't want scary.
I do. It's Pinocchio's Daring Journey. You need scary.
Okay.
I
But
agree. I agree
I
with you on
would
that.
keep Monstro exactly the way it is because as a child it terrified me.
Oh, yeah,
and
it scared the crap out of
made
me, too.
Who I am.
Yeah.
So.
You mean Monstro's on? Oh, okay. Hold on.
At the end,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I would not change that specific portion of that attraction. I think
Understood.
it's just the way it is.
Understood.
But I would keep Casey Jr. because it's an
Oh.
outdoor attraction,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like it doesn't need anything different.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were disagreeing.
No,
with
no.
me.
I to me that's one of those things that it's just
You leave well enough alone.
you leave that thing and it is charming and it is witty.
Yes.
The way it intertwines with the Matterhorn, in fact, and the way
And
it
book.
and book. I absolutely leave that thing. I wouldn't change it at all. And oh, I guess I'm going because
You are going. Here he is.
Udi usually.
Yeah,
just,
I didn't even say anything. I'm like, okay, Mark's going. That's fine.
Oh, are you upset, Udi?
No, not at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
Not at all.
And let's see. Well, I think I might take out Pinocchio and leave Incredicoaster.
Doors right there.
I love Incredicoaster. I think it's great.
Mark, doors 15 feet from you. Jess is kicking you out.
Okay, I'm gonna keep Pinocchio. I'm gonna improve Pinocchio.
There it is. You can
And-
stay.
And okay, I'm gonna take out Incredicoaster. I don't know. To me, how would I improve Pinocchio? I would add more Snow White stuff to it. No, I just.
But you said you'd keep Casey Jr. and you wouldn't change it,
I would not change. I would leave that thing alone.
which means you'd have to get rid of Pinocchio, which means you'd have to change Incredicoaster. So
Yeah.
how are you going to change Incredicoaster?
I would change it back to.
Nope, you need more.
Oh.
Just freaking paint. You can't
I'm
do
gonna
that.
paint it black,
Yeah.
baby. How would I? Okay, so.
would you change
Well,
it?
wait a minute. Shoot. But see, this poses a problem because if I shut down Pinocchio, we need something there. Something has to be there.
Pinocchio?
No. You need
No, the
some.
randomizer
No,
does
you
not
need
demand that.
Yes, it
Oh,
does.
Udi's.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna shut down Pinocchio. It's just gonna make it dark.
Just like nothing.
Yeah, it pains me. No, I'm gonna make it a gift shop.
Okay, that's fine.
No, I would hate to do that. So
Star Wars gift shop.
Incredicoaster, I would get rid of. Oh shoot, there's something I was gonna say about that. Pixar Pier is that Paradise Pier is gonna get rethemed.
Is it?
Yeah,
Again?
to Toy Story.
The whole thing?
Paradise Pier Hotel.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. So I would probably have it themed towards something in Toy Story, some sort of maybe like the Slinky Dog type of thing, how they have in Florida. But no.
I'm sorry.
Okay, they both said no. So I'm going to retract this. I'm tearing down Incredicoaster, and I'm just going to add a lot of Snow White stuff to Pinocchio, just because that's what it needs to have. Udi, next.
Just go with it.
Oh
Just tear
my
down
God. Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm
All right.
sorry.
I would keep Pinocchio.
Oh.
Casey, bye-bye.
No, Udi.
I know, it's difficult because
Frozen is wrong with you.
only because no, man.
Uh-huh.
Okay. No,
That is-
you have the heritage of Casey.
You do.
With the train and
I think I can, Udi. I think I can. I knew I could. Isn't that how it says at the end?
I think I can. I thought I could.
I thought I could.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I could.
okay. No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. And then we're gonna go with the Incredicoaster, improving, adding more tunnels, and adding an extra loop into it.
So you're getting rid of Pinocchio.
No, keeping Pinocchio, getting
You're
rid of
still
Casey.
getting rid of Casey
Yeah.
Jr.
No.
What the hell is wrong with you? Mark, we need a new co-host.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Callie.
He's going to have to sit in the cage on Casey Jr. next time.
Oh, we're putting him in the frickin' tiger's cage.
The tiger's
Okay,
cage.
that's
Okay,
fine.
so you're going to get rid of Casey Jr.
Yep.
And then you are going to
Keep Pinocchio.
Keep Pinocchio, and you're going to improve
Incredicoaster.
Incredicoaster. Yes, well, you know what? At least you're taking a stand somewhere.
Mhm.
I appreciate
I'm gonna hold true to my stand.
Okay, good. That was a fun time. I love the randomizer. We should, our next guest we have on, we should have the randomizer.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
Oh, we should have. Yeah, we'll have. Yeah.
Yes, that being said, that's going to wrap up the news. 101 is dark tonight, so we are going to go.
Yeah, because Udi freaking tore down Pinocchio.
Oh, we were going to have a luxurious 101, but Udi.
Yeah, it was all Pinocchio themed, but now that I blew it up, no,
Okay.
Casey. It was Casey that I
I'm
blew
sorry,
up.
it was all Casey. Fix
Yes. Okay, it's all Casey. yes. Okay, so that's going to wrap up the first segment. We have a very special guest coming on. We know you will enjoy her. So let's go to the feature presentation.
And now for our feature presentation.
Hey, LTP listeners, we want to welcome you to our feature presentation this afternoon. We are joined by a very special guest. We are talking to Keri from Castle Life Creations. It's an Etsy shop. It's a Disney-inspired apparel store. Yeah, does that sound about right, Keri?
That's great.
Sounds perfect. Yeah.
Excellent. Great. So very glad to have you on the show. As always, we try to expand our LTP universe. We talk to authors. We talk to artists. We talk to whomever. Imagineers that want to talk about Disney, and we are expanding it further. That you are our first Disney-inspired apparel guest.
Woohoo!
Oh, wow. I feel honored.
As you should. So, and so I think a lot of our listeners will like the stuff that you're doing because we found that our listeners are very much into creative stuff, and I think that's what you do. I know our very own Jess is rocking a lot of your stuff, and I'm pretty sure what she's wearing is from you. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. Life is full of choices.
Life is full of choices.
Yeah.
I can't see the rest.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
life is full of it's all the ears and they're all the attractions. Not all the attractions, but
love
lots
that
of the
one.
attractions. I love this sweatshirt.
Yep.
Yeah, this is one of my go-tos, and the kids at school love it. The kindergartners always point, and they're like, "What rides this?
What rides
What
that?
rides this?"
That's the trivia question.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Keri. So before I get into your store, can we hear a little bit about your background? How did you get started with Disneyland and Disney in general?
Oh gosh, where do I even start? Disney's always been super important to me. My dad worked at the parks when before he went to college, I think a little bit while he was in college. He's from California, and so he's just kept Disney in our family and just kept it super important to us. We always went to Disney as kids, and he would always tell us stories about from when he worked there, and it's just always been a fun thing for me. I mean, do you want to hear like how I started my shop, or?
Yeah, I mean, well, can I was gonna say, we'll get to that. I was gonna ask, what did your dad do when he worked at the park?
And what years?
At the Carnation Cafe.
Oh yes, Carnation
Yes.
Cafe.
Yep.
Yeah, I love
He worked at the Carnation Cafe, and I think he worked at like maybe some like stands around New Orleans Square too.
Okay, so
what years was that?
what years?
Oh gosh.
Roughly.
70s, like early 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah. He's still got his original badges and
Very cool.
super cool stuff. Yeah, I love it.
So when you go to the parks, does he kind of act as a tour guide for you? And all that
Oh
kind-
yeah. Oh yeah. And
Great.
he still takes the same pictures every time we go. Takes a picture of the Carnation Cafe sign.
Yeah.
It's fun to go with him.
See,
Of
I
course.
love that. Yeah, I'd like to go with him.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
that would be awesome. Much better
Yeah.
years than when I worked there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When did you work there?
Yeah, I was there in 2009. I
Okay.
worked attractions in Fantasyland.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fun.
yeah, which is awesome, but I would rather be the 50s, 60s, or 70s.
Well,
Yeah.
I know.
Right. So fun.
Yeah, I think late 60s into the 70s is probably the hot spot for that park.
You know,
yeah.
I go back to my childhood. I was going to the 80s because that is what I remember the most.
Yeah.
So, I mean, looking back into the history of the park, yeah, it would have been great, but I'm always like,
80s.
I want to go back to the 80s.
Yeah, for sure. For
I mean,
sure.
I still had a Tomorrowland that was relatively cool.
yeah.
Relatively. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's not as great anymore.
I didn't have to deal with Frozen, that kind of thing.
Frozen's great.
All right.
Well, right. Yeah. I mean, I think every decade has its charm and its not so charming times.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay, so you got inspired from Disneyland through your father,
Through my dad. Yep.
through your dad.
So
Okay,
it's just always been important to me.
excellent. Same here. Although not my dad, but it's definitely important to me and us as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so that got you interested in the parks, and then what made you? You must be like an artist or creative or something, right? That you go, well, maybe I can put together something.
Yeah, I'm super creative. I do not like to be bored. I always have to be doing something. And yeah, I used to be a lot more like crafty, but not so much anymore. I just kind of just stick to embroidery now.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's so awesome. I mean, so how many embroidery machines do you have? I've always been curious.
So now I have 5 single needles. I have 2 10 needles and 1 6 needle that I just got last week. So.
Holy crap.
Yeah, she has a whole room. Like, I'll show you the TikTok of it. It's awesome. Like, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome.
How long have you been, how long have you had your shop?
So I started my shop, let's see. Well, I started on Etsy like shortly after my second daughter was born. 2012.
Okay.
And I had really bad postpartum anxiety and depression. And so I needed something to like get me out of my head, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I wanted to stay home with my kids. I already had one other daughter at that time. And so I just started creating and I bought my first embroidery machine. It was just this little tiny single needle that you could only do a 4x4 design with. And it just kind of took off from there. And it was just, it really, really helped me in the beginning get through like the worst of my anxiety and stuff. So
That's awesome.
So
Yeah.
you found it to be somewhat therapeutic for you.
yes, for sure. Yep.
Yep. I get that in a very, very big way. It's one of the reasons why we do this show, at least for me, is I need a couple hours a week just to get through some. I mean, life's not easy for anybody, but it's nice to know that I can get together with my friends a couple hours a week and talk about churros and Big Thunder and complaining about all that kind of stuff and laughing the whole time. So
Yeah.
I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So that is awesome. So when you started this, did you have any intentions of going, well, I'm going to start expanding it to Etsy, or I just want to do it to help my own?
Not at all. I actually started because I wanted to make my daughter's Disney stuff to like wear to the parks, and I wanted to I wanted to make myself stuff. I'm really picky with my park merchandise,
Absolutely.
but I love to wear Disney. I mean, I wear Disney almost every day, especially now that I make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm really picky, and so I just found a bunch of designs that I liked, and I started doing it for myself. And I thought, well, why don't I just open up an Etsy shop? And started. I mean, I was pretty busy on my own before I got started on like Instagram and TikTok and all that, but I knew that I needed to gain my own following if I wanted my own website, which I'm working on.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of evolved over the years to what it is now.
That's it's crazy, Mark. Like you should, I mean, first Sunday of every month, my butt has an alarm set for 6:50 because I know she's going on sale at 7 a.m.
I love it.
And I'm sitting there refreshing
I'm doing it at 9 o'clock now, so it's not going to be as early for everybody.
Okay. That's okay.
I'm going to help everyone out this time.
Sunday is my one day off. I work 2 jobs. So Sunday is my one day off, so I get to sleep in a little bit more.
Yep.
But no, it's crazy. And like you just keep refreshing that thing because it will not load because there are so many people trying to get on and buy her stuff. And
How great is that?
It's incredible.
Yeah. How does that make you feel knowing that? I mean, you've been able to tailor your business to like, I got one day, and then you just explain to me, like you have your one day, you open up and you have that window, and then you're done. And then you got to be busy. That has to be an amazing feeling. I mean, I thought when she told me that, I'm like, no way, because I hadn't heard of that. Like, there's only that window. And I thought to myself, how?
I mean, it makes me so happy. I can't believe how many people want my stuff. Like, it always blows me away every time that many people get on to order at the same time. It still blows my mind.
Yeah, that must make you feel validated for all the work that you're doing.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. How long does it take to make one sweatshirt?
So like my bigger designs, which most of my designs are like more detailed now, it takes about an hour.
Okay. And
So-
if you don't mind me asking, how many do you sell like on that day? Like,
So I usually go for a dollar amount.
Okay.
I'll go for a dollar amount.
Oh.
And so it's different. The sweatshirts are different like what everybody's buying. So
Right.
it usually ends up being around maybe 350 sweatshirts, I want to say.
okay, a month.
Yeah.
A month.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so cool. And,
Wow.
Yeah, and now she has hats now, and
Wait, she makes hats now?
yeah.
Holy crap.
I
hold on.
do.
He said, "Holy crap! Hold on."
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta yell at Jess because I'm a big hat guy.
Well,
And how have you not?
I'm gonna get you an Elsa hat.
An Elsa hat.
No, you will not. No, you will not. But yeah, no, I wear hats constantly, and yeah, Jessica.
All right, so we were talking to Keri from Castle Life Creations. It's an Etsy store, Disney-inspired apparel. Just in case you listeners forgot, I'm going to keep dropping her a store in so you guys can go there and buy stuff on Sundays at 9 o'clock.
First Sunday of every month.
First Sunday of every month.
Yeah.
So so the way it works, Keri, is that it's a new design every month, or
I usually try to add new designs every month. Yeah.
okay. And so do you? Oh, you gonna say something, Moody?
Well, no, I have a question about her design. Like, where is that where you're gonna go?
Sort of, but you can go ahead and
Okay,
ask.
my question is, where do you come up with your design? Like, do you just sit down? Do you look at the park? Do you watch a movie? Do you listen to music? I mean, where do you get your ideas and your inspiration when you say, I'm gonna sit down now and make a new design for the next month?
I usually try to go by like what's trending at the parks. And then I just kind of go from there. I don't know. I think about designs all day, every day. So I just kind of put them together. And if I come up with an idea, then I just put it in my machine real quick. And yeah, I never stop thinking about new designs.
Awesome. So do you sometimes go to like maybe like World of Disney and downtown Disney and go, There's not a lot of good stuff here. I could actually do this stuff better.
Yeah.
Do you ever do that?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
of course.
You know, I have a friend who's also very crafty, and I went to the park with her like, I don't know, a while ago now, maybe 4 or 5, 6 months ago, and we were walking through the shops, and she does wood and different things, and she was pulling up things like, yeah, I can do better.
Oh,
So I get that. Like looking at that is why I asked, because looking at what Jess has shown me of your stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much more cool. Because you mentioned earlier that you're really picky about what you get. So am I. Like people ask me like, well, what do you get? I mean, that's one of our we ask people all the time. You buy something, what are you going to get? And I'm notorious for not getting any merch. Because I never really find anything I'm like, that is really cool. I do have merch, but not a ton. Everything
It's hard to find like have to have pieces.
Yeah. I mean, the last thing I bought was an Avengers hoodie from Avengers Campus because it was clean, black, and right up my alley. That was the first thing I bought in I don't know how long because nothing ever made me go, I want that, I need that. So I mean, I've already seen 3 or 4 of your pieces and been like, I kind of want that. Like, hello, like that's why you get mad at Jess. Like, where's mine?
I'm sorry. We will get you yours. I mean, with the way that I am going, it's fine.
I know. Eventually, one will come into my hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't buy you the AT-AT one. That's on its way. That's probably in a package waiting to be sent out from
Yeah,
from
but
her.
that's for you.
Okay.
Well,
not
it
for
is
me.
for me, but it's
Oh, okay. So, so I have to wrangle these two in sometimes because we get out
Yeah,
there.
he really does.
So what we've got sweatshirts and I heard hats are available, right? Is that right? Is that what?
And I do T-shirts.
T-shirts. Okay, so T-shirts, sweatshirts, and hats. Okay, so where do you see the shop in like a year or 2 years? Do you want to expand it or just keep doing what you're doing, or?
You know what? My first and foremost important thing in my life is my kids. I homeschool one of them, which is very, very time consuming. And what I'm doing right now takes up the rest of my time. So I'm really fine where I am now. I find satisfaction in it, and it's enough to keep me, busy and creative. And I don't, maybe, like 5-10 years down the road, maybe expand it a little more. But right now I'm really happy with where it is.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. So we were going to start like a Disneyland street gang. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, so we were wondering if we could commission like some leather vests.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the name?
Well, we don't know.
the name.
It's got to be something like, threatening.
Yeah, I know.
Threatening.
I have
Like-
no idea.
The Matterhorn murderers, or the
gosh.
or the Well, I don't want to go with that other F word. I was gonna say
Frozen.
No,
Oh,
I was
no,
gonna
no,
say
no,
the
no, no.
phantasmic something.
No, Fantasmic.
No, there's gonna be an F word in
Oh,
there.
I gotcha. Yeah, don't.
Something like that.
I love it.
So
Yep.
so leather vests and leather hats maybe. So we'll
No leather hat, no.
We'll talk offline to get those going because I know we get a ton of requests for us to start our own street gang for Disneyland.
I'm here for you.
Thank you so much. We need some turf that we have to claim. Like we cannot let people go into Frontierland without there being violence, right?
I can settle with Frontierland. I can meet you guys there. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna.
No, I'm good. You know why I'm good with Frontierland?
Why?
Because my home turf is there.
Oh, Rancho.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's where. Yeah, that's where he's gonna be there.
Yeah.
That I call that my area. That Rancho del Zocalo, that's mine.
Okay.
Love that restaurant. My favorite.
Oh, we are gonna
We're
get
kidding already.
We're
See?
gonna get into that, Keri.
Yeah. Oh, yes, definitely.
Okay. So what has been your number one seller so far?
Ooh, my number one seller.
Like what design?
Probably. I have the Disneyland sign and Disney World sign. Those have been really popular.
Like the parking lot sign.
Yeah.
Like the parking lot sign. Yep.
Yep.
With the flags and the
Fun fact. Jess, right when I got here, said here and showed me it, and I went, I will rock that.
Oh, is that embroidered?
Yeah.
And a hoodie.
And it's in a hoodie.
And
That's totally his
That
style.
is me. I'm a hoodie.
Does that come in different colors?
The
I can
sweatshirt.
do, yeah. I try to add different colors and come up with new colors. If you have any color requests, I would love to hear them.
Black.
'Cause I'm always
Black.
wanna-
She has black.
I
Dude,
want
I know.
I want a leather hoodie. Is that possible?
I don't think I've ever seen a leather hoodie.
Yeah, no.
I'm totally joking with
I'm
you.
afraid. I'm afraid to see a leather hoodie. No, but she showed me that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm a hoodie guy. Like I have
to.
an
yeah.
enormous amount of hoodies.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a hoodie right now.
See, I'm not a hoodie person, so I mean, I have a couple hoodies. I think I only have one actually. The one that I have from her is we were only trying to drown her, which I love.
Oh, I love that one.
I do too, because you don't see anything. I mean, I can't wear that one to school, but you know,
Yeah.
like that's one of my go-tos, just because it's so different. It's very unique. You don't see that.
Yeah.
You know, that side of Peter Pan.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
and that again speaks to the creative side, because again, the things you're doing are out. What I feel like are clearly very Disney, but outside of that box that you always feel like they got to play beyond
Right.
safe on any one piece of merchandise, because I mean, you think they're going to sell hundreds of thousands of them, but
Right.
you know, I think that must be another cool thing for you, the ability to just feel free to just go. Mm-hmm. You know,
Yes.
because again, your
Yeah.
designs are great. Like the child one, that
I know that one's coming to him, so the kids are going to love
yeah, a great
that
one, a great one. If you haven't picked up, big Star Wars guy right here.
Oh yeah, he's our number one Star Wars guy.
Nice. I
so-
just added some Star Wars inspired stuff. So
I will
Yep.
let you know.
Do you have
Thank
any
you.
Jedi robes?
Oh, jeez, Mark.
no.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I might have to add some of those.
Yeah.
There
I
you
don't know
go.
where I get 'em, but
Oh,
Wow. Okay. This is awesome. Aren't you glad you decided to spend your evening with us, Keri?
you know what? I am.
Good.
Super fun.
Good.
Super fun already.
man. Great.
Excellent. We try to make it like that. Okay. So, do you do like a preview of what's coming up the next month for you, or is it just like?
I do. I'll usually make a TikTok and then post it to my Instagram as well. So
Okay.
I usually do a few previews.
Okay.
Before.
Awesome. I'm very excited that you're doing this, and I'm very that you've kind of actually you have organically grown this, and you're doing it, and it speaks volumes. So, congratulations on your success with this.
Thank you. Thanks.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, what
Go ahead.
did you want to talk about? Some Disneyland stuff, or do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Is anything eating at you right now regarding Disneyland,
In the
Keri?
park, yeah.
In the park. Is anything this is not part of our standard Disneyland questions, but is anything...
We will have them, but yeah.
We will have them. You cannot escape without going through our treacherous Disneyland questions. But is there anything that's like you're not happy with, or you're very happy with right now with the park?
I mean, I feel like there has been a lot of stuff lately that's kind of irritated me, but I try to keep the parks and like the company separate.
Yeah.
for
Yes.
me.
Very
I
yes.
don't know.
Mhm.
No, I feel like you kind of have to. And I just try to stay out of that. It's the parks that make it magical for me, and the movies that I grew up watching, kind of a thing,
Mm-hmm.
But like as far as like the parks themselves, I'm really kind of irritated with the Disney Genie stuff. I don't know. I wish that they would have just kept the fast passes.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, I think that feeling is shared amongst a lot of people.
A lot of people.
It was
Yeah.
the Disney Plus has proven to be somewhat of a disaster. And the
Genie Plus.
what did I say?
Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah, the Genie.
We like Disney Plus.
we do
I
like.
don't mind Disney Plus.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, Genie Plus has been somewhat of a disaster, and the Lightning Lane thing is kind of a joke as well.
Yeah, don't get. I've been. If you go back, you'll hear our opinions on both quite often.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we can start with some Disneyland general questions, so we get to know you a little bit better in that way.
Okay.
So, what are your essential attractions you have to go on? If you're at the park, Keri, and you go, okay, wait, these things are closed today, I'm going to be so upset. What are those attractions?
Well, I always start off with Indiana Jones. It's my favorite. I love Indiana Jones. So if Indiana Jones was closed, I would be super sad.
Feel you.
I mean, I feel like all the old school, Haunted Mansion's probably my all-time favorite too. So Haunted Mansion, and I don't really like the Christmas layover. I don't really like the
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas. It's not my favorite.
Okay.
So I like the classic Haunted Mansion, and I love the Jungle Cruise. I'll laugh at all the jokes. I'm
There you
super
go.
corny like that.
Same.
That's what we should
And-
do. That's
Yeah.
Speaking of Haunted Mansion, I mean, you can probably generate a ton of clothing from that attraction.
I have one.
Oh, yeah.
I have my eye on. I have my eye on the other one. It's still in my cart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what actually got my shop super busy. Is I did my first TikTok was Haunted Mansion inspired apparel, and it took off, and that's how I started getting super busy, is with all the Haunted Mansion stuff. So yeah, for sure.
Okay. Good to know. I did not know that.
Have you seen my Haunted Mansion one?
No.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so
right back.
so your main attractions are Indiana Jones, Haunted Mansion, Jungle Cruise. Is that what I'm hearing, or is there other stuff you were saying?
Pirates.
Okay. Do you always start off with Indy? You go first that way?
I always start off with Indy. Yep.
Oh, hold on for a second,
Okay.
Keri. This is ridiculous. I know why
laugh
your
at
store is so popular. She just has like a wardrobe she pulled out. This is all from hers?
Yes, this is all hers.
She brought her stack out.
I brought my
I'm
stack
not
out.
joking. She brought her stack out.
This is hers, Mark.
It says we were only trying to drown her.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That one was great.
Okay.
This is her Haunted Mansion. One of her.
Oh,
Haunted
it says
Mansions,
Ghost
Dude,
House.
how cool is that?
Right.
Yes. Yes, I love it.
Right. Okay. Hang on. We'll
I
keep
want a
going.
black
You
one.
won't. You.
Keri's like, I've seen these things 1,000 times. I'm not impressed.
What's great is, Keri, they won't. I'm 90% sure they will not be able to guess this one.
I don't know any of this stuff. Power line?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, you got one of
Stand
those.
out tour.
Goof Troop. No. Yeah, Goof Troop.
Goofy movie.
Yeah, Goofy movie.
Yeah.
Ha.
Yep.
Got it.
Then my go-to.
Is
Yeah.
yeah, Cinderella.
Yeah.
That's a very nice design
I
too.
like that design.
The pastel.
She
Yeah.
can't see anything you're doing, Keri.
Okay. Well,
But I'm sure
Hold on.
she,
We're
I
gonna.
have no makeup on whatsoever right now.
Neither do I, Keri.
I was not trying to show
good.
my face to public people.
Yeah.
Okay. Then she knows this one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think she's gonna know all of them.
Well, of course she's gonna know all of them.
Okay.
She made them. This was my first purchase.
Uh-oh. Limited edition?
No, but it's just my first.
Oh, I love that
I
one.
do
Yeah.
too.
Oh, very cool.
It's Halloween. Like
Yep,
So
yep.
13 and I both have them.
Yeah.
Are those still
Here,
available?
I like
I
this
don't-
one right here.
This is one of my favorites.
Well, hold on. The Halloween, is that one still available?
Carrie, is that Halloween?
Only on Halloween time, and I don't know if I'll bring that one back. That one was kind of difficult. My sister went in on making those with me. She does all the Cricut stuff. It was like the cutouts from the silhouette.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of work with cricketing.
Yeah.
And I'm just realizing we're podcasting, so people can't see what you're doing.
It's fine. Well, I will post. We can post every picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the next one is it's a holiday edition.
One of my favorite
It
ones.
says
Oh,
home.
Yeah.
yes. I love that one.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
candy cane, HME, and then I,
With the castle as the tree.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites.
Cheshire Cat in the pink.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
How do you not wear that one more often?
Because I don't want to get it dirty.
You don't
but
get dirty?
that grin is like pretty much your
It's
grin.
beautiful. I
Yeah.
know that is my grin.
Okay.
Okay.
That-
Then this is my school colors. For
This is a
school.
T-shirt, it looks like.
No, it's a sweatshirt.
Okay.
But it's the kids don't.
Oh, yeah, I
They
know
don't
this
get
one.
a kick
Yep.
out of this one as much.
Oh, yay. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that one too. Yes.
But I love this one.
Yeah.
Keri likes all of them. Keri, is there one that
Well,
you just
good.
don't like?
I know, right?
I forgot you've gotten all these. Oh my gosh.
I'm ridiculous. I know. And if the people that somehow got my Maleficent and Ursula sweatshirt decide to return them,
We will figure that out.
but
We will
I'm
figure
not
that-
worried about it. Here you go. And then last one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
This is Udi's favorite
Yeah.
movie. He loves Beauty and the
That
Beast.
one's super popular.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So these are my go-to, and then I think I have one.
How many do you have on the way?
I have the Jasmine and Raja T-shirt coming.
Okay.
Very
and
cool.
The child T-shirt coming. The one that says magic.
You wanted those in a large, right?
Yeah.
You s-
I don't know what the size is, but I figured I can always like cut them back or do some funky stuff.
Okay.
Because I didn't know this. Like I was like, I don't know. I've never done T-shirts, but we'll make it work.
Do you make tank tops, Keri?
Oh, she doesn't know this about me yet.
She's a tank top.
Oh yeah.
Like you should maybe start a new line or something.
I haven't found a tank top that I love that I can embroider on. The embroidery has to be on like a heavy cotton, and it's just so hard to find a good tank top.
Yeah.
I can totally relate to that, Keri. Yeah, when I've tried to use my 4-needle embroiderer, it just does not do it well on those tank tops. So I feel
I'm a tank top and flip flop kind of girl. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Just like the epitome of
Well,
the
lucky
California
you don't
girl.
live here.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, I have a feeling you would do that anyway, Jess. So
No,
like,
if it was pouring down, it could be snowing, and I would still be in a tank top and sweatshirt.
No, no
Or,
lie.
I'm sorry, in flip flops. Like I'm just ridiculous.
Yeah,
Okay.
she would be in shorts and have one of your sweatshirts on, but then be in shorts and flip flop. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my start of mine, and then I have a lot more sweatshirts coming. It's
Oh,
gonna
good.
be great, guys. It's great.
Okay.
That's going to be great for Sacramento when it's 106. Okay. Anyways, what, Udi?
No.
Is there a design, Keri, that you just don't like? You go, God, I cannot believe people are buying
quite
this.
a few that I don't. I have a hard time finding designs that I want to wear to the parks now because I make them so much.
Right. Right.
Okay.
So that kind of sucks. There's a lot that I make, and right when I make it, I love it. But then I don't really want to wear it that often because it'll be super popular, and I don't want to. I make it all the time, so I don't want to see it anymore.
Sure.
Yeah. Do you have one like I'm gonna keep this one for me?
It's a special edition.
You know, have you ever done one like this is gonna be me?
No, not really.
Maybe you need to do that. Like do a super limited run. Like here you go. Like
Just a very limited edition.
yeah.
Yes.
That's a good idea. I like that actually.
LTP edition, actually.
There you go.
But there's not any that I make that I don't love because I feel very attached to like every design and I want everybody to love it. It's super important to me that everybody loves it as much as I did. I don't ever want to like let anything go out my door that I'm not in love with and that's not perfect.
Yeah.
I seriously put my heart and soul into every single piece that leaves my office.
Yeah, no, and you
That's
know what?
That's one thing that I'm very proud of.
No,
Okay.
And you know what? I will tell you this, and what I've seen from that, whenever anybody has that attitude and pours themselves 100% of what they're doing, usually you get the best out of it. I mean, I talk about it all the time with creative. Mark is super creative. You know, he does music and a lot of obviously does everything for the show. Everything. Like, he does it all. You know, I do my own little thing. I write and do my little things over in the corner, and I'm very much like, I want to make sure that if anybody reads my stuff, anything that I feel like here I want to share, that you're going to like it. Like, because I'm putting everything I have into it. Same thing with the show here. With Jess and Mark and myself, we put everything we can every time we sit down into, you know, and start talking, we put everything we can into it because we want to share that our creativeness and our love and our passion with everybody. And we like it when people like it.
Right.
So I totally like it.
And that's what keeps the passion. That's what keeps you going and keeps you know.
Yeah, and you know, and that is the thing is like that creative fire and that connecting with people. I mean, that is why we had a year and a half, right, of no park.
Yeah.
No park.
Yeah.
And we kept on going. I mean,
Every 2 weeks, we still had a show
we
coming
were
out.
on that, like on and on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and because Mark and I and Jess, we all had like a number of conversations about like, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to do? How do we do this? And it was everything like we just wanted to make sure everybody still had a connection because we all understood that passion. So your passion for this comes across in everything you're doing. I mean, you can see it, and that's fantastic. And I love and I appreciate that because it is great to find commonality with people who are that creative and that passionate about Disney and the park. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Very well said, Udi.
That was good.
Yeah, passionate.
I try.
Keri, have you come across, when you've been in the park, someone wearing one of your shirts or sweatshirts?
Oh yeah.
I have, yeah.
And what do you
I
do?
have.
And what do you say? Do you act weird?
You act
No.
Do you act
What kind of
weird?
question is that, Mark? Do you act weird? Like
Do you act
hey,
strange? Do you have a complete meltdown?
I've had someone come up to me one time when they were wearing it, and then I got super excited, and then we took a picture together. That was fun.
Oh, she recognized you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, very
cool.
cool.
So that was fun.
I've had that. I know how that feels.
Yep. So, but have you just seen someone online and you go, I actually made that sweatshirt?
Yeah, I've seen a few. Just
Oh, nice.
How
few,
cool.
but not as much as you'd think, because I'm like, man, where are all these thousands of sweatshirts?
Where are they going? They're to people who need to bring the Disney magic to their home because they can't get to the park.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. So we found out that Haunted Mansion, Pirates, Indy, and Jungle Cruise. So classic attractions for Keri.
I have to ask though, are you going to? Can you make a I'm sorry, she can't see me. I'm just. Gonna,
Okay.
Okay.
Can you make a Indiana Jones inspired sweatshirt? 'Cause
Please.
Oh, girl, I got one. Yep.
Okay, because
Wait.
I would rock that
Wait,
all
did-
day
Hold
long.
on. Oh,
Wait, did you say you have one?
No, she can make
I
one.
do. I have a design ready to go.
Okay. Wow.
I'm down. Okay. You want one?
She's taking
You get
requests.
one. We're taking requests.
She's
I'll
taking
get
requests.
3. Just
Okay.
tell me your sizes.
Okay. Hold on.
You
Hold
know
on.
mine.
We're getting derailed here.
We always get derailed.
Okay, but
Udi,
Keri's got to go work on designs and stuff. Okay. So Keri,
I just ordered.
so we have your shirt. I mean, we have your rides. Okay. What is your favorite meal? What is your favorite snack at the park?
Ooh.
Something you have
Oh,
to have
gosh.
every time.
My favorite snack. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of basic with my snacks too. I feel like I like the Dole Whip. I like the beignets.
All good.
Dole Whip float or Dole Whip?
I like the Dole Whip. I'm not a
Okay.
huge fan of the float.
Okay.
Although over in California Adventure is like a whole nother story.
That-
I like
Okay,
the-
okay.
Yeah.
You
I
better,
agree.
So-
I agree.
You better say it. What is your favorite over there? Just real quick.
Well, I love the Pixar parfait. I'm
Oh my
obsessed with
gosh. I love that, right?
it. I love lemon and like anything like lemony. Oh, I'm
Did-
obsessed with that.
That is the
Go-
best thing.
Go ahead, Mark. What
I
about?
crave it.
What?
It's lemon.
Yeah, she said the Pixar parfait.
Oh, that's what that is.
Well,
I
the
always
one-
call it,
Yeah.
no, I
No.
call it it's lemon. Oh,
No, it is. The Pixar parfait has
It's
the
part of it. That's right.
it has the blue raspberry
I forgot.
ice.
Yes.
I forgot.
I've never had one.
You
Oh,
are missing
gosh.
out. You are not part of the club. Not part of the lemon club.
I'm sorry. I
You
don't.
can you can go ahead and get on her case for that, Keri. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I haven't-
Jess wants a Pixar parfait sweatshirt now.
Oh no! Yeah, I will take a Dole Whip sweatshirt.
Okay, so we have Dole Whip. Okay, so snacks. She says she's very basic. Gotcha. There's nothing wrong with that. So what about favorite meal? What did you have to go for there?
Favorite meal? Well, I used to love the nachos at what's the restaurant you just said?
Rancho?
Rancho?
At Rancho, and they got rid of the nachos.
They did.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
But I love the tostada salad there. I love anything there.
Oh,
I'm
my-
obsessed with that
Mark?
restaurant.
I love the tostada salad there as well. Udi loves enchiladas. In fact, he'll go there like every meal twice a day. He won't go anywhere.
You cannot. You know, if anybody said, "Hey, you can only eat Rancho if you're there for 3 days, breakfast, lunch, and dinner," I'm like, "Oh no, oh no."
I've never had their enchilada,
Oh.
and enchiladas are my favorite.
I know.
Okay.
What is? How have
There's
I
a-
not
See,
made you? How have I
There's
not
a
made you
lot
when you're
wrong
with me?
okay? I do
There-
Goofy's Kitchen.
There's
I
a-
do
no, there's a
Wine
lot wrong
Country
with you.
Victoria.
There's a
like,
lot wrong with you.
So, Keri, I'm surprised you didn't say Carnation Cafe. Your dad would be upset with you.
You know what? I don't know that I've ever eaten there.
What?
Actually, I never really eat like at the restaurants. I'm kind of like a snacky like.
Okay.
But you know, I try to get on like as many rides as many times as I can.
Ah, okay.
I'm not really. As I'm getting older, I try to like take it all in more and not try to be so crazy, especially because my family hates it when we're like just running around all the time. But I could go. I mean, I could just run around the parks all day long. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't need to eat. I don't need to sit down and eat. I hardly ever. I don't think I've been to like the Blue Bayou or like any of those restaurants. I like the Jolly Holiday.
Love that place too. Yep.
But I did go to Club 33 last time,
She
and that was
did.
probably the best food I've ever had.
What?
There?
I'm
and in my
sorry, I
life.
didn't tell you guys that.
How did you get involved in that?
Okay, can we go into how you got there and what? Can we talk about that for a minute?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, sure. So, I mean, I got lucky. One of my customers, her family are members, and me and my sister went down. They gave us the royal treatment. I mean, like literally treated us like family. They were there at the same time, so we got to go into the salon, Nauvoo, I think it's called, or the salon that's in Club 33. And then they took us over to 1901, so we got to go to 1901.
Really? Wow. Oh, geez.
And then the next day they took us back over to Club 33 and then back over to 1901. It was the most magical trip of my life. And they gave us their fast passes, and it was amazing. They were the nicest people that I've ever met, and they love to share the magic with everybody. They said that they will just find people that are taking pictures outside the doors and invite them in.
Oh,
and
wow.
Can you even imagine? I mean,
wow.
They love to do stuff like that.
That's
So
Wow.
And okay,
Yeah.
I need to. I feel like I need to say this.
You want their number, don't you?
No,
Woody?
well, there is that, but no. That is what makes Disney great. Right there.
Yes.
Right there. A community. It doesn't matter. And
Oh, there you are.
there we go. Okay.
Sorry.
It doesn't matter where you're from. Like I said it last show, it doesn't matter where you're from, what color you are, nothing. And none of that matters. None of it at all. It only matters that we're there connecting with the park. And having people do that is, that's the epitome. Mm-hmm. Like, come on in. And you're like, I would go, I have no idea how I'd even act if that happened.
Yeah.
Like, if they pulled me out of the crowd and said, come on in, I would have been like, are you okay? Right now I'm even for a loss of words of trying to describe how I'd feel.
It would mean you wouldn't be going to Round that night, Udi.
Well, that would be the one exception.
They said that they do it every time they go. They try to find people to bring into the club every time they go.
We need to figure out when they're going.
Oh, Marcus.
I
They're
know.
amazing.
Mark
They're
is all like, I need to go.
amazing people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get any merch while you were in there?
Oh my gosh, I bought like everything in the.
Did you make
Yes.
you made a TikTok of that, right? Or am I just
I did,
okay? Good,
yeah.
because I was like, I feel like I saw it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
I bought it all. I wanted it all.
Nice. And the food was really good there?
Oh my gosh, the food was so good.
What did you
So
have?
good. Everything was just top notch. I mean, the service, like, it was just amazing. And the artwork and the pieces that they had there. They had Lillian Disney's piano that was in her bedroom that you could just like walk up to. And I mean, just like everything was just amazing.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Awesome. That's great.
One day
Yeah.
on my bucket list.
What if
Yeah.
what if you went there, you got a chance to go, Udi, and they were serving cheese enchiladas?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'd probably like.
He would never leave.
No, I'd be like, you can bury me right here and leave me here forever.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. So, next question, Keri. Is Disneyland better for you at day or night?
Ooh. Ooh, that's hard.
It's a hard one.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't think there's a better. I think they're both equally as amazing.
That's the first time in 5 years we've gotten
that answer.
Yep.
Yeah. 'cause
Really? What do most people say night?
at night.
Night.
In fact, I think one of our logos has "It's better at night."
Oh yeah,
It's
one of
better
our
at night.
logos
Yep.
is it's better at night.
It's better at night.
I mean, I just love like right when you walk in and it's like, first thing in the morning and it's bright and sunny out because we never get that here. So it's like, I don't know. I think most of my memories going as a kid is like during the day, sunny and beautiful. And I just love it during the day. There's just something about
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
but definitely at night too. I mean, night's amazing, obviously.
It's amazing. Yeah. Okay. So if someone that really wasn't into Disneyland goes, oh, hey, Keri, I'm going to be going with you guys next time. Can you, and they were curious about it. What area or attraction would you show them that best exemplified what Walt was trying to achieve with Disneyland?
Oh my gosh.
I really like this
This
question.
is one of my favorite questions.
Yeah.
Because we all have our different answers.
I think I think just walking down Main Street
Mm-hmm.
says a lot. And I don't know, Fantasyland maybe?
Fantasyland? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my land. That's where I work.
That's the happiest land of all.
It's my favorite.
Okay, so down Main Street and then through Fantasyland. Gotcha.
But I think Main Street and then just some of those like smaller, like Lincoln, going to see Lincoln, like some of those things that you never really take the time to go through.
Yeah.
I think those little things say a lot.
They really do. And I was just there. Was it last month
Yeah.
that I was there?
Yeah, she goes
And
every month.
I go once a month. I will fly down for the day, and I will fly in the morning, fly home at night, just by myself. I'll go.
Just because we're a
Oh,
popular.
my God.
Yeah, I mean, hey, she leads the life of a popular podcaster.
Girl, let me know if you ever need a friend. I will come.
Any time.
There you go.
Because I will go. Yeah, I will literally go. I went for Valentine's Day by myself. Like
I love it.
Yeah, and it was great. But I took a friend who hadn't been in 15 years, and I took her into
Oh, yeah.
Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Oh yeah.
And she fell asleep.
Oh.
And
No.
I looked, at it, the lights came on, and I was like, "What'd you think?" And she goes, "I won't lie, I passed out."
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was like, "Well, at least you're honest, but we're gonna get out and we're gonna go around. We're gonna do it again because you need to watch this because this
Yeah,
is
you-
very important."
yeah.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what though? Some people just don't understand why we love it so much,
Yeah.
no matter what.
That's
They
very
just don't
true.
get it.
Yeah.
No.
And
Well,
I don't know, maybe were you all raised around Disney, and was it, or did it come like in
Okay.
your adult years?
Udi, you can
Okay,
go 1st.
I'll go first. I was born and raised in Southern California. We made a trip to the park multiple times a year. I am first generation born immigrant. So we had people coming from South America all the time to come and visit. Like, now that we had, everybody's like, hey, we have family that live in the United States. We got a place to go. Literally, they would come and like, okay, what do you want to do? We're in California. We're in LA. We can go to the beach. We can go here. Yeah, we can do all that. Where do you guys want to go? Disneyland.
Yeah.
So where were we multiple times a year?
in and out.
Disney. No,
Oh.
In-N-Out almost daily. I
Okay.
literally had a In-N-Out on my way to school every day, but I won't go there. But yeah, we were in the park multiple times a year. So that is why, that is my story with Disneyland. So that is what, and then growing up, and then we moved up here into Northern California, had a long absence from the park, and then reconnected back in, and we've been going crazy after, pretty much after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Mark's a little bit different. I know Jess is a little bit. We all have a little bit.
We
different.
all have a different. Mark,
a little
you
bit
can go
different,
next.
yeah.
Let's see, I grew up in Northern California in the San Jose area. So it was just my mom and my sister. We had like Great America and a place called Frontier Village was our two main parks. But like once a year, my mom would take us down to Disneyland, my sister and I, and we'd do like the Knott's Berry Farm, Disneyland two-step sort of thing. And it was just one of those things we looked forward to every single year because we could do that. I think we may have skipped a year or two, but it was something that we definitely looked forward to. And my mom would just let us buy one souvenir, and I would always get these jumbo like maps, massive maps. They don't sell them anymore, but I still have them. I mean, we're talking like 3 feet by 5 feet maps and I would put them out on the carpet and like in between visits, and I would map out the places I want to go and the things I want to see and the stores I want to go to. So, I mean, and I could probably do that tonight if I want to. I could look at those maps, but so that's how I got it for me. And, so it's like when people get lost at the park, it always makes me kind of puzzled because I know I just can't imagine getting lost there. But anyways, because it's all in my head, but that's how it started.
I am the map.
Yeah. So that's how it started for me. And then I took a break for many, many, many years.
Oh, you got married, had kids, the whole thing.
Yeah. And then when my daughters were like 5 and 2, we took them, and I was very overwhelmed because I was thinking it's going to be a nightmare because I hadn't been there in probably 10 years at that point. It was probably one of the best times because I was able to see the whole park through their eyes. And I know it sounds kitschy and everything, but it's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And so now my daughters are 24 and 21, and we just were there last month, the three of us, and we had some of the best times there. So yeah, and they love the park. I mean, every dinner, any conversation, we talk about Disneyland. We text each other, oh, did you see this new Loungefly bag? Because they're really into those types of things, and Jess is too.
I love
Loungeflies.
and
so they're into those things. And oh, did you see this and that? Oh, did you see that they're going to close this? And like, yeah. So we're all very, very connected. They don't listen to the show though. They have no interest in the show, but they love talking about it. Yeah. So that's.
Dad, we hear you every day.
Yeah. So yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
I love that. That's cute.
Thanks. And Jazz.
Oh, is it my turn?
It is.
Your turn.
Okay.
She was fired from Disneyland. I'm joking.
I was not. Holy cow. You guys are jerks. Okay, so it's growing up, I always went with my aunt and my mom, and we would go, a couple times a year. And then as I got older, 12, 13, I would go with my aunt and my cousins, and we would go 4, 5, 6 times a year for like a week straight. So that was always something that it was Disney. That's, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going to Disneyland. Like, it's just, it's normal. And still to this day, like, if people see, Jess is on vacation, they don't need to ask where I'm at. They just know that's where I'm going. And then when I was 20, I decided, I was like, I'm going to apply. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? They tell me no. Yeah. And I applied, and they offered me an interview. So Udi actually drove me down, and we went down to Anaheim, and I applied, and they hired me on the spot. And they gave me a month to find a place to live, to pack my stuff, and move down. And I moved down there by myself. I didn't know anybody. Moved down by myself. I lived in a hotel for 2 weeks because I didn't have an apartment, but this was my dream job. This is what I wanted to do. And then they gave me Fantasyland. And at the beginning, I was like, oh gosh, Fantasyland, like I'm going to be like, it's hot. You're in the sun. It's kids, but they're just the kiddie rides. And then once I put that costume on and walked into that park and I learned those attractions, there is not a land that I would rather have worked in. That is the heart of Walt and everything that he saw and he wanted. So I worked all of the dark rides, and then I went to Storybook, and Storybook was the best attraction that I worked. Every boat was a different story. It was a different group. And that was awesome. But it was just my aunt and my mom that started me off in the parks. And
I love that. So Storybook, is this just a rumor that whoever gets on it first gets to sign?
So that's something that's newer. That happened after I started working there.
Oh.
But it's like, that's like the first person of the day. So like rope drop, you book it. And that is something that they still do.
They get to what?
It's like it's like the captain's book, like on the Mark Twain, something like that.
Yeah.
For book, but that was the coolest ride because every boat was. Every boat was different. It's different people every time. It's not just welcome back. Welcome back for your flight. Please exit out to your right. On Peter Pan. It's that kind of stuff. But it was pretty cool. And I did a couple. How many pirate premieres did I do? 2? I did 2.
That I remember.
I think it was 2. I went to 2 of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie premieres.
And she got to smell Orlando Bloom's hair.
I was gonna say she probably hasn't heard that episode. I did smell Orlando Bloom. It was.
Oh my god!
I wasn't smelling him on purpose. You guys make it sound like I'm.
I would have. I would have.
Stalker. That was at World's End. That was the 3rd movie. It was like 2:00 in the morning because the premieres are in Frontierland. There's seats that go out over the rivers of America. It's a giant screen, on Frontierland, on Tom Sawyer's Island. and it was so late. It was raining. We were wet. We were cold. We were tired. I was probably, 15?
Probably, I don't know.
I mean, at World's End. No, yeah, no.
Well, you're 19
old.
right
No,
now,
you're
so.
Oh, I'm 19 now. You're so sweet.
No, you're older than that.
I was I was older.
Yeah, you were.
But anyways, we were so tired, and they just funneled all of us into exiting out of Adventureland, and we're just sardine canned. And my cousin, she's much younger than me, she just keeps nudging me, and I'm ignoring her because I don't know what she's talking about. And she keeps nudging me, and she's like doing this head thing, like, can you look this way? And I was like, okay, like, and so I look up, and I'm shoulder to shoulder with Orlando Bloom, like he is as close.
Legolas.
What'd you say?
Legolas.
Yeah, he's as close to me as I can, and I looked at him, and I was like, and I just kept walking because I was so I was wet, I was tired, I didn't care. But yes, no, I did. I was arm in arm with Orlando Bloom, and that was wild. You know.
Wow, that's a pretty cool story.
Yeah, I got Ryan Gosling off of Peter Pan. Didn't even recognize him. Like, yeah. And someone was like, "You know who that was?" I was like, "No." They're like, "That's the guy from The Notebook." And I almost let go of the e-stop because I was like trying to like look, you know. But yeah, no, I was one of the first people to ever see World of Color.
Oh wow!
When
Love World of Color.
Yeah, I can't. I'm so excited it's back. Yeah, that was one of the first people to see World of Color. That was cool. We were soaking wet because we were like the testers for the, you know, to see how wet you would get if you're front row. And like, yeah, I mean, I've got stories. I've got stories.
So fun.
I know many of them.
So fun.
But yeah, so that's my Disney. That's where I came about. I have Walt Disney's signature tattooed on my foot. Like, I went through archives and archives to make sure that I got the right signature. Like, yeah, I'm crazy.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. So we got all that. Mark, you have one more question.
Do I?
think. Right?
I think we added a couple questions to the mix. Last two questions were going to be like, if you could go to any attraction's opening date, opening day, premiere day, what attraction would it be?
Oh my gosh. Like the very first opening day?
Yeah.
I mean, definitely one of like the vintage rides. Like I would say Haunted Mansion.
Oh, okay. That's a solid answer.
Oh yeah, good one.
Yeah.
I think that's mine. But you know, the funny part is that question spawned from the fact that we were there for an opening day attraction, weren't we?
We were.
Yeah.
We were all there. Yeah.
Yeah, for Rise of the Resistance.
Oh my gosh, that ride.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, Jess, will you please elaborate?
Why it's amazing?
Yeah. No. Okay.
The
Jess,
day?
No.
How did you get to be the first ones?
We weren't. We were there day of. We knew when it was going to open,
Right.
obviously, and we made it the point we're going to be there. We actually met up with a listener. Seth. What's up, buddy?
Hi, Seth.
Hey, Seth.
And he was there and he hung out with us and he was actually there because we didn't know how the whole process was going to go.
Yeah.
So he was literally there early.
It was 4 a.m.
Yeah.
We were on Main Street at 4 a.m.
Yeah, to hold a spot for us because we weren't sure how it was going to go. But then we got in. We knew how the whole, the queue, the virtual queue.
So the very first day was the queue.
It was a Friday.
Right?
It was a Friday. Yeah. Yeah. It was a Friday morning.
Okay.
And then Jess, we went off to the Hideaway and we
The Tropical Hideaway.
Tropical Hideaway, and we had Jess was on the phone right there on the queue trying to get in, and we got in that day.
And it is one of the if you haven't seen videos like on Instagram or anything,
I have it on my Instagram.
I know you have
page,
it on yours. It is one of the most incredible things to hear as people are getting
The cheering.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
The cheering and the hugging of strangers and high-fiving
Yes.
people.
We were high-fiving people. I mean, wasn't the people next to us were like, "Yeah, you got in. What number?" And then which number are you at? And we had all that going
57,
on.
right? Or 47?
47, Mike.
Four-
How did you
47.
forget that number?
I don't know.
You remember it?
I do.
Yeah, I have a picture of it
47.
somewhere.
Yeah, 47.
Yeah, born before
And
we
that
sleep.
took
That's
forever,
awesome.
but it was awesome.
Yeah, one of my daughters was with us that morning too. It was just it was one of those days that everything had to fall in the right order. It's like I drove down from Sacramento Thursday night to pick up my daughter in Monterey. She was going to school there. We had to get to Anaheim that night, stay the night, get up early at like 5:15 to get over to the park and check in. And it was raining. It was raining that morning.
Yeah, it was. It was raining.
Yeah,
And there were no energy drinks in freaking sight on Main Street at 4 a.m.
None.
But no, it was a great time for sure. I'm never gonna forget that.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, like I said.
You know one thing I remember about that day?
What?
And I feel real because so Seth is a larger man, and
he's a big guy.
He's a
tall
big guy.
Yeah.
And they squished all of us onto one row at Pirates.
Yeah.
Well, me, I am known for quoting my Disney movies.
Mm-hmm.
So as everyone's getting in, I'm like, it's a good thing you're not a really big fat guy. And he looked at me and he's like, oh, thanks. And I was like, Emperor's New Groove, dude. I was freaking that's all I was doing. But to this day, like that's the one thing I remember about Seth is just being like, it's a really good thing you're not a fat guy.
And that was one of those things where we, like I said, we're all high fiving and hugging each other and stuff.
Yeah.
And so we kind of went about our day because that was at like 8:01 is when all that happened.
Yeah.
And we were actually.
Where were we?
We were walking to board the Doom buggies
at Mansion.
inside Haunted Mansion when our alarm went off. They said, "Oh, you can go board now." And Seth goes, "Oh, we can go board." I go, "Yeah, don't tell Udi yet because
he'll want to get out of
if
line.
you tell Udi, he's gonna." And we're like, all the way inside the mansion. I go, "Do not say anything to Udi. Just let's get off this attraction."
No. In my defense, though, how did I react?
You were good with it.
No, you started pushing people.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he was like pushing small children, like get out of my
I
way.
pulled a George.
Women were weeping.
Yes.
I pulled a George Costanza in that Seinfeld episode with the fire. Just get out of my. No. I was like, no. We're fine.
We had it. What is it? 2 hours? You had
no,
to board?
but I'm in Haunted. I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy Haunted while I'm here.
You're gonna enjoy Mansion.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah. But anyway.
Okay, last question, Keri, because I know you've got stuff going on tonight. Do you collect anything specifically at the park?
Oh my gosh.
Besides-
I collect all the Disney merch.
All the Disney merch?
I collect, I love Loungefy. My office has ears on one whole wall.
Oh.
So I definitely collect ears. I collect the Pandora charms. I get a new charm every time I go.
Oh, cool.
I love popcorn buckets. I always try to get a new popcorn bucket or a sipper, whatever they have.
Popcorn buckets.
What else do I collect? I mean, I swear, like everything. I love the merchandise. Like I love like the little things that you can collect.
Yeah. I always.
Recently, I started last time. Oh, sorry, Jess.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Last time I decided to start getting the original sketches that are framed that you find at, in downtown Disney at the art. What is that art store?
Oh my
Not
gosh.
the home. but
You mean Wonderground?
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. So they have all those framed, original art pieces. I think those are super cool. So I picked one of those up last time and I was like, man, I'm going to start getting one of these every time I come because those are things that nobody else can get, the original. I love the one of a kind pieces.
Right. I think one of our friends now on the show, we've had him on the show a few times, Sam Carter has a few pieces in there.
Oh, that's awesome.
In fact, he was just at Epcot, doing a signing for some stuff out there. And I just said, dude, next time you're doing a signing here, let us know. And
we'll go down.
We'll be down there.
Absolutely.
Love that guy and his artwork.
Check him out.
Yep.
He does good
Sam
magic.
Carter? Okay.
Yeah. In fact, he just did something for Knott's Berry Farm. He doesn't work for Disney anymore, but I do think they commission him for stuff. And he also does mock-up things, which he doesn't show any. But he's showing us like you know how like the old attraction posters you can get.
Yeah.
He's done quite a few of his own for like Millennium Falcon, and he kind of created one for what he thinks is going to be the New Orleans Square back Bayou backwater bayou thing.
What they're gonna do?
Yeah. So if the Princess Tiana thing comes, or whatever that is,
Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frog.
Come on, Mark.
I almost said Princess and Tiana.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know anything about the movie. I'm sorry about that kind of stuff. But so, anyways, he's a cool guy who's got a lot of artwork out there. So yeah, that stuff is really cool to collect. I don't have any of that. But
I don't either. I have the lounge flies and some like ears, but I get ears from off of Etsy shops, like more unique ones.
But do you know that who's the artist that like Shag? Shag. I want to get him on if that guy will do it, and that.
That would be
Mick
cool.
Biff
There's
guy.
a lot of his artwork in the 1901 or the Club 33 Lounge.
Oh, is there?
His original artwork, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to get that guy on there.
Have you reached out?
No, I haven't, but I have to that McBiff guy who does a lot of stuff that's very similar to Shag.
Okay.
And I think he's in Palm Springs, but I don't know. See, this is the only way we get these interviews, Keri, is we got to ask people, hey, you want to be on the show? And people that are gracious like you come on the show, and that's how it all works.
Yeah, because I think that's how it worked for you. I'm like, hey, we need to get her on the show. And that's what happened. Like, we need to reach out, and that's how
That's happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you listen to our show with Marcy Smothers? She did the Eat Like Walt book, and then she does a walk in the park with Walt.
I don't think I heard that one.
Yeah, you'll have to listen. Marcy's incredible. Marcy's one of the only people. She's amazing. She's one of the only people that has made me cry on this show. With the way she talks about Walt and her passion for him. We've met her in person
Several times.
Yeah,
times.
great human being.
She's absolutely incredible. We went to the Walt Disney Family Museum in San Francisco.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And we had her and Michael Bowling.
Oh my gosh,
that was an amazing. We had people. Who was the furthest that drove?
Well, I'll tell you, we put together just on a whim. We put together a little meetup at the Walt Disney Family Museum, and we give it like a month or so in advance. Hey, we're gonna do it on this date, and if you guys can come, let us know. And I got Marcy, who lives she lives in just across the bay, to come over, and Disney historian Michael Bowling, who's on the Diz, came out because he's from up here, and we had a tour of the museum, and people it was so fun.
One couple that came, they brought their kids. He actually gifted his wife, she opened the box, and it was tickets to the Walt Disney Family Museum for a meet and greet with the LTP. And she was she freaked out, was she was so excited, and they're amazing
great
people.
Yeah.
But that was really cool because we had Michael Bowling and Marcy, who were both there, and gave everybody a tour. Even though we had already been there, but to listen to it from a historian, two historians' eyes. And people,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Marcy has access to the Disney archives and can go into the archives and all of this stuff, and it is the craziest thing.
Yeah.
She actually does work for Disney.
Yeah, she's a writer for Disney.
She's
Yeah.
a writer for Disney, and it's just incredible. And she's the nicest lady you will ever hear.
Oh yeah, I mean, just an amazing human being. I love her to death.
That's so cool.
Yeah, go back
I'll
and
have to
listen.
listen to
Yeah,
one.
please do. I think you'll find another kindred spirit in that.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, you will. Yeah. It's so cool. But I was going to touch bases. She said popcorn buckets.
Yes.
And I just had to mention.
The Elliott Dragon?
I wanted that stinking Oogie Boogie popcorn bucket so bad.
Oh,
You
yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
Okay. And I made a deal with one of our listeners.
Yep.
If he got me the Oogie Boogie popcorn bucket,
Yeah.
that
You got to hear the story.
He's like, yeah, I'll get it for you. It's in Anaheim, no big deal. He goes, if you bring me back the Tron bucket from Shanghai Disneyland.
Oh.
So I carried around a popcorn bucket, Tron popcorn bucket, for 2 weeks because I went to China and then I went to Japan, and I carried around a Tron popcorn bucket for 2 weeks so that I could get an Oogie Boogie popcorn bucket from Anaheim, which is 8 hours away from me. But I did it. I did it.
Wow.
And I can't get rid of that pop. I mean, I wouldn't anyways, but now I really can't because I'm like, no, I carried around a freaking.
There were sacrifices made for that.
There were, because when you're on a subway in Japan and you're just carrying a Tron light up popcorn bucket that probably has crumbs of popcorn in it.
There were.
There were.
You left it at my apartment. I opened up. I'm like, hey, there's still popcorn in here.
Yeah, because I just had to carry it, man. But yeah, no, I had to do, and I carried that sucker. I made it from Shanghai all the way back here, but I did it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to Shanghai. That would be fun.
The most incredible thing you will ever experience.
Really?
Absolutely.
Wow.
You can't understand a word of any pre-show, of any safety announcements, but their technology is incredible.
I heard the Pirates ride there is amazing.
I rode it like 6 times, and it was a 5-minute wait because we went, because they still have a downtime. They have a down season or an off season.
Wow. Wow.
And Tron is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I cannot wait.
On my bucket list.
Oh yeah, no, it's incredible, and I think we paid it was like $46 for our ticket.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's nothing compared to what we would pay here. I mean, you're gonna pay for it in your airline ticket, but it's nothing.
Right.
It was like $46. But that was I flew to China specifically for Disneyland. Flew there, got there at 3 a.m., went to the park at 6 a.m., went all day, flew out of China and into Japan at like 10:30 at night.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was crazy, but it was worth it. I mean, Pirates was great. Everything was great. So
That's awesome.
So we're going to wrap up this interview with Keri from Castle Life Creations. And I wanted to say that, so we've been doing the show like for 6 years now. And every time that we're brave enough to have a guest on, it always makes us a little nervous, but we are always rewarded with a really good interview. And everyone that we've talked to in this Disney community is they're incredible. They're passionate. They want to share their knowledge. They want to talk about their experiences. They want to they're happy doing what they're doing. And they're just very genuine, cool people that we would absolutely hang out at the park with and want to. And you are also on that list, Keri. You're so very, very easy to talk to. And we appreciate all the work you're doing for your artwork in your store. And we can definitely sense the passion coming from you with that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's
been fun. For sure. I would hang out at the park with you guys any day.
Great.
yes, we love that. We're
Yeah.
always looking for friends that can go just as hard as we do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jess does go by herself. She'll literally fly down and fly back the same night. So
Because why not?
Yep.
Because I can take my
I love
time.
it.
I don't have to push myself. If it's just me, it's not. Oh, we need to do this. Oh, we need to do that. Like I can ride 6 rides and I can. Eat a churro, go to Rancho or whatever,
Yeah.
and I can people watch, grab a new lounge flight, and call it good. Get an Uber and go home. Like,
Yeah.
it's it's fun to have that rush, but it's also fun just to just chill. I could go and not ride any rides.
I'm that way too.
And just take it in and be there and just
Take it all
everything.
in.
Yeah.
But I don't think Keri is that way. I think Keri wants to ride as many rides as she can.
Girl, let's go. I got it. I can do it.
I can go all day long.
Oh yeah.
She's
Yeah.
my kind of people.
But I definitely like to take it all in too. I love everything about it.
Right on.
Did you ask what her favorite snack was? I know she
I
said she
did.
was
Yeah,
a
we did.
snacker.
Yes.
Did I miss? Did I space out?
Yeah.
I think you were trying to go get all your sweatshirts.
Oh, that might have been when I ran.
You know, and I'm going to paraphrase. Keri describes herself as very plain when it comes to her snacks. She likes
Okay.
Dole Whip, not the float, the classic Dole
You
Whip.
have to get closet. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
I came back
but
at that
if she's
point.
going to go across the DCA, she's going to get the Pixar Parfait. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay. And then I don't know. Did she say? Oh no, she said beignet as well. And then I did. Did you say churro? Was that in the mix?
You know what? The churros are not my favorite, but those cookies, those Jack cookies.
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
They are pretty
Yes.
good. They are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I took a picture that I bought one for my daughters, and I had them stand with it, and so I could take a picture. By the time I put my phone away, it was gone. I go, oh, well, that was good. So I actually had maybe one, like maybe 10% of one of those. So, so those are her snacks.
Okay.
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 In
So
case you want to
I
know.
was getting the sweatshirts. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was excited about showing you my sweatshirts.
Keri, so tell people, our listeners, how can they best support your show? I mean, your show. How can they best support your shop? Where can they go, and give them some pro tips on how to get the best stuff?
Okay.
So my best advice is just find me on TikTok. I usually post most things on TikTok, and then I'll kind of push it over to Instagram too. But that's where I post the time and the date of my sales. With my newer machines, I'm able to stay open for longer. I used to could only stay open for like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh.
So now it's, a good, hour and a half, I'm able to stay open. But still, if they want to get what they want, to set their alarm and
Do what Jess does, basically.
yeah, yep.
And what is your TikTok? Where?
It's just Castle Life Creations.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So
And your Instagram, same?
Same.
Yep. Yeah. We just became friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. The LTP Castle_Life_Creations. There we go.
Yep. Underscore. Yep. Forgot about the underscores.
Yeah, it was super important. All right. So hopefully people can get on board with you and get some stuff. Okay, so again, we want to say thank you, Keri, for hanging out with us. I know it's been a little bit longer than probably what you wanted to, but we all got along, and that was great. And we'd love to support you in any way we can. So hopefully we can have you back on the show sometime. And anytime you want to be on the show, you can just reach out to Jess.
Open door.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we're definitely an open door.
Yeah,
Anytime.
You're part of the LTP family now. We're friends. So yeah, open door.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been so fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. All right. Well, have a great evening, and thanks again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Keri, for hanging out with us for that extended interview. Castle Life Creations is the name of her Etsy shop. So you guys check that, guys and girls, check out her stuff. Go support the cause. We would appreciate it. I'm sure she would too. But again, I know I said this in the interview with her. Every time we meet someone new that's in the world of Disney, it just blows me away at how friendly they are, how warm and welcoming they are, and just positive people that want to talk. And we talked about. I know she's a little nervous coming on the show at first, but this really is a conversation we would be having if we were at Rancho or Blue Bayou or whatever, French Market, whatever.
Club 33.
Club 33, yes. We would be talking about this because this is the kind of stuff that is what we just do. And, I just, again, encourage you guys to go out there and support her. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
She's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, you guys she'll give us her TikTok, I'm sure, at the end, and she's amazing. She's fun to watch, just even on her TikToks. She's entertaining.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so again, thank you for that. And now, where can people find you, Jess?
Oh, that's a good question. My Instagram is Storybook Jess. My Facebook is Jessica Farfan. Couldn't tell you what my TikTok is, but I do have one, but I don't know the name. And I don't tweet. So, and my Snapchat code is way down. We're talking years and years down on Instagram.
Okay.
If you want to follow me for my Disneyland adventures, which there's plenty to come. I think I have 4 trips planned.
Yeah, and I might say to that, document those, put them on Instagram. I think people want to see
My
that.
trips?
Yeah, or at least some stuff. Cause
I will.
People want to see that. I should say, I want to see that. So
You got it.
Or maybe you can just send them to us and we'll put them on Instagram. But definitely, anyways, you'll figure it out. Udi, where can people find out more about you?
Okay, you can find me on my other podcast show, The Mando Show. We are in our directors editions right now. We covered Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. We also have, which should be out by the time this gets published, are Taika Waititi and Bryce Dallas Howard. And then the next ones we will be covering will be Rick Fumiyawa and Deborah Chow.
I know Jess is waiting for those to come out.
I know.
I mean, I am just sitting on the edge of my seat.
Well, they're all Mando. They are all Mando.
Yeah,
They're all Mandalorian directors. So you
I understand. But
an episode you have watched.
But she's waiting for these.
Okay.
I'm waiting. I'm
For
like
the deep
patient.
analysis.
Like,
Okay.
I mean, I have them set as reminders on
Okay,
my
good,
phone.
good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yes.
Anyway, you can find me there, and then you can find me on my Instagram, which is HAXGOALIE, Hacks Goalie. You can DM me there at any point in time, and I will respond. And I do not tweet because Twitter is a dumpster fire, unless Elon.
Well, those shareholders need to do their job.
Elon.
They need to do their job. They're. Anyways, I'm not going to get on that.
I'm going to go real quick. Do it.
Do it.
Elon.
Yeah.
Do it.
Musk?
Yes, we'll see how that goes. If you want to email the show, you can go to info@leavingtodaypodcast.com. I will answer that, or we will answer that and get to you. Follow us on Instagram at Leaving Today Podcast. We have a link tree on there. All of our cool stuff on there, our Patreon, T-shirts, and whatnot. And that is that. We're going to wrap up episode 152 here. Again, a special thank you to Keri.
Thank you
For hanging out with us for a little bit. It's great to talk to you. Great to get to know you, and welcome you to the LTP family.
New member.
New member.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Episode 153. You know what? We're trying to line up some interviews, and I think we have a couple coming up. We'll just leave it there, hopefully. If not, it'll just be the three of us talking about churros. Yeah. Yeah, I love churros.
Keri doesn't, but I do.
Yes, yeah, that is true. Okay. Again, thank you so much for tuning in and spending your time with us. We love you. Adventures out there. See you in the parks.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Disneyland is now ending its normal operating day. We hope you enjoy your visit to the Magic Kingdom and that the memories you've made will bring you back again soon.
Okay, let's get this
Okay.
going.
Okay, I'm nervous because now I'm going to mess it up.
This is the best part.
He picked a bad week to not drink.
Hey, dummy, you're stupid.
No, I will give you one.
You have to give me two.
Nope.
One from the back. Ow, you hurt. Let go of me. Not that one. Pick a different one. God, you're so slow.
Kitty.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Boy, was my face red.